Hello everybody, and welcome to the live stream. I'm Ardvarcado, going to be playing some Dark Souls 2 today. Give me just a second here, actually. Kind of behind the 8 ball a bit this morning. Keep opening up properties and stuff. Okay. Yeah, bring up the filters. Oh, no, that ain't the right one. So yeah, I'm sorry for the shitty beginning. I'm at 800, and then my camera properties is also 800. Wow, okay. I watched a test, and I don't know, it didn't look like things were quite right, but I guess they are just fine, so we're good to go then. I'm gonna move on. We're here at Brightstone Cove, Seldora. I'm actually gonna go back to the bonfire. I was running some audio tests and taking a screenshot for the notification saying that I'm starting my Dark Souls 2 stream. So there's a bonfire closer to the giant spider that I guess have just been running past.
Hello.
Hey, Rick. Hello, Rick. Hello. Okay, switch it. Yeah, I just started a second ago. I'm gonna switch it to the battle music. So we got enemies up ahead. Oh, I didn't die, so the boulders aren't there anymore. That's a shame. This guy usually gets killed by a giant boulder. Soul of a nameless soldier. It's just loot trap. Alright, this horde of enemies is going to come after me. They're not too tough, though. Landed a heavy attack on that guy, and ow. Alright, 2 of them are down. One of them is close to being down. Baited that guy attack. Took that guy's attack out, and took him down, and his buddy. There is another guy that came dropping down, I guess from above. He seemed like he came out of nowhere. I have so much of this peasant clothing. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just picked up the full set. I have the full set of the peasant gear. Aw, yeah. Whoa, another one's behind me, coming after me. I don't think so, pal. So, I need to sit at the bonfire that's closer to the goddamn giant spider. I'm really upset with myself that I never sat at it. It's the, what's her name? Okay, this music can get out of here. I don't know. I kind of want, like, something chill. At the same time, I don't want to switch it to peaceful. We'll keep it on the Titania and Macbeth from Star Fox 64. This isn't too bad for this area, I guess. Just seems like it seems a little bit too like upbeat, up and at him, ready to take him down for me. Okay, so there's a cave on the right side, right? Immediately after I pass this, and that's where the cave should be. That's where the bonfire should be. I think I was going left after that fight over and over again. Yeah, it's literally like a bonfire right here, right? No? Where is it? A little bit further down? What? No wonder I've been passing it. I always remember it being right here. But this isn't the same that I remember it being. Outside Manager's Arena on the right, before you go down the steps. I got these spiders after me. Isn't that where I just was? Oh, before I go down the steps, it's right there. It's on the left. I see what you're saying. You're saying on the right, that makes me think it's right here. Because I see what you mean. You enter, and instead of going left, because you can go left and hop down there, but then you skip the bonfire. But my dumbass never realized that you can light this bonfire and sit at it, of course. Finally! Some progress. Goodness gracious, I like rage quit my last Dark Souls 2 stream, essentially. Because it was late, and I was sick of getting killed. And then you can just jump right over here. Jeez. How did I never realize that you could just do that? That is amazing. I swear to God there's like another bonfire around here, but maybe not. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure that actually is the closest one, because I remember it being always a pain in the ass to get to Duke's Dear Freyja. But thank you, Rick, for giving me a tip again. I know you were trying to tell me that the last time I was streaming Dark Souls 2 as well. And I never listened. Alright. So I think I'm just going to run past all these fools. I had one fight, or maybe it was 2, I can't remember. I fought the giant spider once, and I almost killed it, but I didn't. However, I did have to fight my way all the way there. And that's like all these spiders, plus not so friendly neighborhood Spider-Man there. We might be able to lure him away from the ladder, though, and then we could just... Perfect. There's a second one in the area, but it's not all that necessary. Is it that one you have to, like, unlock through, what's her name, Ornifex? The blacksmith? Okay, jumped a little further than I meant to. I wanted to land on that middle piece so you can do some badass parkouring if you touch that middle piece. Ooh, almost fell further than I would have been happy about. Oh, I just did fall a little bit further than I'm happy about. We need to make our way to the fog wall now. I've only wasted like one flask. Where the heck's the fog wall? There it is. Make our way over there. Make sure I don't run out of sprint so I can keep sprinting. Okay. Woo! Hot on my tail, but we made it in here to the Duke's Deer Freyha. Start with the little fudgers. One swing and they're down? Not expecting that. Get away from the giant arm slams. 1, 2, 3. What just happened? Ooh, oh, move! Okay, baby spiders are coming after me. Donkey Kong. Oh! I'm so lucky that I haven't been clobbered yet. So lucky that I haven't been clobbered. What's happening? Spit. Take out the last little baby that's crawling right now. You can follow up with more stomps, isn't it? No? I don't know how I haven't been hit. I feel like I'm so lucky. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I wasted all my stamina. I knew I was about to get hit. That's why I was saying, here we go, I'm about to get hit, is what I was trying to say, really. I thought right in front of this thing's face was way more dangerous for the leg stomps than this. I'm just sitting right in its face, and the leg stomps don't seem to do anything. Oh, I had a whole combo it pulled out on me there. I've seen the 4 stomps in a row, but follow up by that other thing it did. What's happening? Laser beam. I usually just hang out here next to this big old leg. And then I go in immediately after the laser beam has been shot. Alright, leg stomps. A couple more leg stomps and a body swing. Moved out of there to not get hit by the body swinging, and there goes the head. So we got to switch to the other side. Isn't there going to be baby spiders now, too? Alright, Freyha is freaking out. Can't land that final blow. There we go. Freyha's down. I think we still got to kill any little spiders that might be left. I don't see any little spiders, though. I guess we killed her so fast that a second set of little spiders didn't spawn in. You can always play soccer with Freyha's head after you defeat her. Thank you for the round of applause, Rick. A torch will keep the smaller spiders off you? Oh, that's a cool mechanic. Plenty of torches. You got good at speedrunning this area when you kept dying here, and NG Plus got a funny video on that. Yeah, this is always, it's so morbid, but it's just, like, it's just a ridiculous detail to me. This happens with tail cuts in this game, I'm pretty sure, as well. Like, if you cut Mytha, the Baneful Queen's tail off, I'm pretty sure you can, like, play with it after the boss fight is over. I'm not listening to Wii Shop channel right now, it's way too happy. It's just, I don't know, something feels really, really fucked up about, like, just kicking around this head. Don't forget to grab the Lord item thingy. Yeah, it's over here, right? I'm pretty much, there's no reason for me to even be in that cave. I can touch that thing. Oh, I'm supposed to touch that thing, aren't I? Wait, I don't really understand. How does this area work? Am I supposed to grab this and then that? I thought, that doesn't teleport me, does it? Does that teleport me? Doesn't that shit teleport me? I thought you were talking about this. And then I go that way, but that way continues me on to, like, the next area, doesn't? What is this thing? In the arena. Does this thing not teleport me? I thought this thing teleported me, and I really don't want to teleport. Okay, no, it doesn't. Yeah, that's a pain that you actually have to, like, interact with that. It doesn't just, like... You don't just kill the boss and then Great Soul Embraced. No, you have to interact with the thing as well. It is very forgettable. I knew it was important, but for some reason I thought it teleported me. It's up here. Up here I teleport. There's one of these weird things. Yeah. Okay, so is this the last one? Have I taken down the Rotten? I think that's the last one. Aldia should be here. Yeah. I was about to say. I'm pretty sure that's the last Great Soul I just embraced. Zup, Aldia? I love how they literally just, like, shrunk this guy down in other areas where he didn't fit. They're like, oh, we don't have space for Aldia, so just make him teeny. Hell yeah. I watched some video. I watched some video of yours, Rick. It's got way too many views. It's like something about why the guys always like, or why girls always like the jerk, and then it's Aldia talking after. I was like, what am I watching? Alright, so we're getting into like the later game Dark Souls 2 now. We're gonna get the infinite homeward bone thing. We get to go through Aldia Keep. Something, I can't remember what is important about Aldia Keep. I think you can farm bonfire ascetics there. I can't really remember what it is, but I used to F around with Aldia's Keep so much. Like, I would go through so much effort at Aldia's Keep, and you could just, like, run right through it. So I'm not really sure what I used to do, but I know I used to do more than just run through it. I think I used to set it up for farming bonfire ascetics. I think that's what it was. I forgot you commented on that. Oh, alright, I don't level up at the bonfire. God dang. I'm blessed with a myriad of souls. Did I select level up? I sure did. So, I don't know, this character I've kind of been doing all sorts of crazy stuff with, it seems. If I just put more into vigor, though. I love having loads of HP, so I'll put more into vigor. I, like, don't play that much Dark Souls 2. I hardly even know what I'm supposed to do at this point. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to go to the castle, right? I'm supposed to go to the castle, which is, I get there through the forked road. Where is that at? This is it? Ruined Fork Road. Is that how we get there? Pretty sure that's how we get there. We go to the fork road, and then I go to the castle, and after the castle, what happens? Don't I go into the catacombs from the castle? I can't really remember. I'll remember when I get there. I don't really remember which way I'm supposed to go. I think it's this way. One of them leads to the DLC, one of them leads to where I'm supposed to go. And I think this is where I'm supposed to go. The other way leads to the DLC. Ow, I'm pretty sure. I'm really forgetful. Because I seriously, I haven't played Dark Souls 2, very much of it, in a long freaking time. And I don't know why. For no good reason. Dark Souls 2 is solid. It's because I felt like I had to do challenge runs or something. I don't know why. For the longest time, I've been in this mindset with Dark Souls 2 that a regular playthrough isn't good enough. And I've been in that mindset for so long that it's like, dang, I kind of miss doing a regular playthrough. So here we are. And granted, I've just been broadsorting my way through everything so far. I don't even think it's that upgraded. Oh, it's +7, isn't it? Yeah, it's +7 broadsword. I got it from Broom Tower. That's right. That's right. Large soul of a proud knight, human effigy, and some twinkling tight knight. Don't mind if I do. This is the DLC, isn't it? No. Wait. How do I get the Lord symbol? I need to have the Lord symbol to go here. Pretty sure this is the wrong way. Quote Naldia. Life is brilliant, beautiful. It enchants us to the point of obsession. Some are true to their purpose, though they are but shells, flesh and mind. One man lost his own body, but lingered on as a head. Others chased the charms of love, however elusive. What is it that drives you? So yeah, I don't have what it takes for this to open, right? Or do I? Hey, I do have what it takes for this to open. Oh, okay. So I got, this is the DLC and the way, so this is like, what, this is like Frosty Boy DLC, I'm pretty sure. I think that's the Frosty Boy DLC. But this also leads us to Drang Lake? It's Drang Lake, isn't it? Divine Blessing. We got Shadow Boys here. They're tough because you can't lock onto them. That's what makes these guys so freaking tricky. But if you manage to fight without locking on just fine, they ain't too bad. No point in really fighting them though, to be honest with you. Definitely harder to get tricked by those enemies when you're playing in offline mode. Playing in offline mode, I never see phantoms. I don't even connect my PlayStation to the internet when I'm playing Dark Souls, to be honest with you. Like, I don't have wireless on, and I don't have the LAN cable plugged in right now. So I just straight up am not connected to the internet when I play Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. Whenever I play Sekiro again, it'll be the same thing. I don't know. I don't need PvP in From Software games. It's like cool that it exists, but it's always more trouble than it's worth, it seems like. The experience you get is like mostly awful. Alright, we made it to Drang Lake. I don't remember why I remember a bonfire. Because there definitely is no bonfire here. I'm trying to get this dang crystal lizard, but it got away from me, no problem. Because I absolutely suck at getting crystal lizards, I really do. What's up? How you doing, lady? She always looks to me like she's floating so much. Oh, she is floating so much. Look at that. Look how much she's floating off the ground. They couldn't have put her feet on the ground, bro. She's like a good half foot. She's like a good half foot from the ground. No wonder she always looks like she's floating to me. She is.
This castle is isolated.
Your cat scratched your hand last night?
But nonetheless,
She's hit or miss with the belly rubs? Ah, yeah, you gotta be careful. Our cat Binks has a thing for going after bangs, and it's really awful. I always have scratches on my forehead from him going after my bangs. He does it just out of nowhere. You'd be like cuddling with him, you give him a smooch, and then and he gets you. And you're like, Jesus. He also woke up to a bat in your vent this morning. Oh, that's always fun. Bats are like unnecessarily freaky. One somehow got into our apartment once. This was like a couple years ago. We didn't even have Binks yet. It was Violet and I just chilling on the couch, and suddenly a bat started flying around. We were pretty stony baloney, so I didn't like. We were on a couch, and we were goofing around, and then I saw something flutter in the room real quick, and then flutter back, and I was like, "Babe," and I stared in the direction that I saw it, like, because it flew over into the studio where I am now. We were out in the living room at the time. And she was like, "What?" And I was sitting there staring, so she was watching as well. And then it came and did the same thing again. It fluttered in and fluttered back out. And we were freaking out. So to get a bat out of your house, you pretty much just have to, the best bet is to open all doors and even windows if you can as well. But open the doors up, and if you can like exit the building yourself, or if you could just be real like quiet and still inside of your house, then the bat will fly around and find an exit. But if you're inside the house, moving around, especially making noise as well, or if you see the bat and you scream and you're like flailing things in the air and you're throwing stuff, you're going to make that bat panic really, really bad, and it's not going to have as easy of a time finding its way out. If you just keep the situation calm and you open up plenty of exits, the bat will find its way out. This is the 5th bat in your house in 2014. You had to take the vent cover so you could get to it. Yeah, it was like, I assume, yeah, if it was in your vent. Dang, man, yeah, I don't... Bats can squeeze in much smaller holes than you would expect, I think is what it is. I'm sure you know all about it by if you're getting all these bats in your house. I mean, 2014, that's 8 years. Five bats in 8 years. Could be worse, I suppose, but that's still, yeah, kind of a lot of bat encounters. Alright, I'm switching it to battle music, because we're at Dranglaic Castle. This is Icona Castle from Majora's Mask. I don't know if this track is used in, it might be used in Ocarina of Time as well. I know tons of assets are the exact same from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask. Oh, I opened up the gates just like that. I still remember my very first playthrough of this game. I did not understand the, like, soul trapping mechanic to make these giants do things, like open doors. I didn't understand it, even though I got through this point. Because I just did what I did right there. I killed the guy there, and I killed the guy there, and then the doors opened, is what happened. And that's what just happened there. I wasn't even really trying to get the soul vessels filled up. I was just trying to kill the knights that were standing there. And then I got the soul vessels charged. We're gonna enter this place. Apparently, if you buff your weapon, this guy, you can't see your weapon's buffed effect through this guy. I wonder if I have like something I could just put on it. I should, right? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I got chased all the way up here? That was unexpected. I didn't expect them to chase me all the way up here. Sudden footsteps, and then here we are with the foot soldiers, whatever these guys are called. Royal Swordsmen, that's what they're called. Okay, I don't think I had anything to like put on my weapon. Oh, I've got... Is this aromatic ooze? Aromatic ooze. That should make an effect. Yeah, see, so I've got like the wispy effects. The wispy effects should go away. It should still show blue. Yeah, you see, you can't see the wispy effects through this guy. Or can I? No, they're not there. They're just at the tip of the blade. So the blade still has the blue to it, but the wispy effects are only happening over his shoulder where you can see it. Wispy effects all the way across the blade. No wispy effects. For some reason, they can't be seen through this guy. I saw a post about it. That's how I know. It said, like, Dark Souls 2 trivia. Useless trivia. Can't see weapon effects through this dude. There's an Estus buff item in the door opposite the one you open next. Oh yeah, because there's no point in me going up to that next room. You had one in your attic 4 years ago, got its foot caught in a fluorescent light bulb. Oh, poor thing. Grandpa got a pair of tongs, pulled them loose, and tossed it out the window. Yeah, I mean, it's really all you could do is throw them outside if you want to be humane about it. Which is what you should be doing. Okay, I think I can shield break him, right? And everything should be dandy from there. I kind of got behind him, though, so we should be able to get a backstab. He's backstabbed, doing extra damage on him because of the aromatic ooze. So apparently, I hate the heavy attack to light attack combo with the broadsword in this game is atrocious. It's the one thing I hate about Dark Souls 2. Every other Souls game, you do a heavy attack and then a light attack real smooth with a broadsword. Dark Souls 2, nah. This is a Estus upgrade. Hey, Sublime Bone Dust, nice. Yeah, that's very welcome because I am getting a lot of health here. Yeah, holy crap, it didn't even give me half of it back. I didn't even get half of my health back from that Estus, so. Some Sublime Bone. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Where did all these guys come from? I got an army after me. I didn't even realize it. We're just gonna go around to the door because they're no longer guarding it, the fools. They're like, I'll guard this door with my life. And then I just lured them away from it with relative ease. Alright. Cool, 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 cool. Open her up. Oh. Ah. I try to roll through every single door in this game because you can. Oh, what the? Where'd you come from? I was worried about the Cyan Knights following me, but I don't think they are going to follow me. Because they can't climb ladders. This is an Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, like, everything climbs ladders. You think this enemy's too big to climb a ladder? Nah. Dogs practically climb ladders in Elden Ring, it feels like. Because like, so many enemies can climb the ladders. But that is not the case prior to Elden Ring. If this was Elden Ring, I'm sure those knights would be climbing down the ladder, no problem. But it be Dark Souls 2. Okay, so we just need to, like, carefully step to the right. Okay, I got 2 homie cheese alive. I really only wanted to get 1. We ended up with 2 of them alive. One of them doesn't have a shield, so I should probably kill him. Okay, there we go. And he charged up the door for me. I took down his buddy, so I just don't even have to deal with that. Tempting to try to open up the other doors in here, but I think we'll save that for a little bit later. Because the only reason for me to open the other doors in there is for, that was the DLC key right there, wasn't it, that I just picked up? I'm pretty sure Frozen Flower is the DLC key. Ah, I keep trying to do light attack to heavy, and it sucks in Dark Souls 2. It sucks so bad. I mean, heavy attack to light attack. Soul of a Hero, Old Radiant Life Gem, Monastery Charm. I'll take a Soul of an Old Hero. That sounds half decent. Okay, that guy's not coming back to life. Luckily. Ah, yes, this place that corrodes all your shit. I usually just run past all the enemies for some reason here. I can't remember why that's usually my tactic. Did I go backwards? Where am I? Okay, I recognize where I am now. Open up the door, keep on running. Dudes will come to life. I'll take some loot. Sure, Petrified Dragon Bone. Don't ask me what that does. I keep on moving. Don't I get invaded by Forlorn here? Oh, I don't think that's a guarantee. But I've been invaded by Forlorn plenty here. It always ends up screwing me over some. Oh, I didn't save myself any stamina. Holy crap, I still managed to escape. I don't remember exactly. I never remember exactly what happens here. I know I talked to Nishandra here. Talk to Nash. Oh, she doesn't even say it like Nishandra. She says it like Nashandra. Nishandra. I'm gonna just say it with the most atrocious American accent possible. Nishandra. That wasn't quite right. But, you know, it's like, you go to Croatia, they say, Dobro dan. It's good day. And it's funny. You go and say it with an American accent. Dobro dan. I'm doing the same thing with Nishandra. Nishandra. Just doesn't sound like you're saying Nishandra whatsoever. Just saying Nishandra with the worst American accent ever. Nishandra. Doesn't the other one drop down when there's like half health left? He's gonna shoot the arrow soon. Yep, there it just went flying, and I dodged too early against old Dragon Rider's halberd. It's a halberd. I almost called it a spear. Chopped him up pretty good. The other one's gonna be like dropping down with its weapon soon. Oh, he's right there, and I'm drinking a flask right in front of him. I didn't even drink it. Okay, run, 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 run. Lucky to be alive. Lucky to be alive. I'm gonna do a double chug. I didn't upgrade my flasks to +4, and I could. I'm probably just going to stick with the original one, even though his shield can make him kind of more of a pain. Oh, they both have shields. I actually got a stun right there, and the fact that I didn't dodge that attack was baloney. Ow, I didn't realize the other guy was doing a combo. Alright, one Dragon Rider down. Now we just have the one who has much less health. So this would be easy peasy. You missed, fool. Missed again. I didn't, though. Okay, I'll go for a couple of swings. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough stamina to dodge out always. Or not dodge out, but just dodge in general. Alright. Dual Dragon Riders down. No sweat. There's Mrs. Usurper Lady, but I think you probably killed her. What are you talking about? The last Sublime Bone Dust is in the Shaded Woods if you decide to go that route again. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Mrs. Usurper Lady, but I think you probably killed her. I don't know what Usurper you're talking about. Your sister's fiance has the same accent. He only lives in Cleveland. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have an atrocious American accent. Probably have a Michigander one and just don't realize it, because it's all I'm used to hearing. For some reason, I never understood. Why is Michigan considered Midwest? We're definitely, like, Northeast. So I don't get... We're just... Apparently it's Midwest. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, I'm switching it to peaceful as much as I love Taser from Age of Empires 2. Listen to some Megaton music. So what am I doing right now? I always say Megaton. Megaton. And I'm pretty sure everybody else says Megaton. Megaton's probably right. I know there's like outside of Fallout, like the video game, there is use of the word megaton, and I don't know exactly what it is. I want to educate myself now. What is that? Because we're listening to the track. This is the track that plays when you're inside the city megaton in Fallout 3. Just now. A unit of explosive power chiefly used for nuclear weapons, equivalent to 1 million tons of TNT. So yeah, it's megaton for sure. And that's why the city is named Megaton, is because there's that nuke in the middle of Megaton. Fallout's fucking good, dude. Talking about Fallout right now makes me wish I streamed Fallout today instead of Dark Souls 2. I miss playing Fallout. I do love playing me some Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. I even like Fallout 4. I own Fallout 5. I own Fallout 76, but I don't play it. Fallout 76 sounds cool to me. A Fallout game that doesn't pause, essentially. So, like, mid-combat, you can't just bring up your menu and eat a bunch of food and save your life. So it sounds extra hardcore, the fact that you can't pause. But, I don't want to play online. And you can essentially pay $15 a month to play the game, like, solo in offline mode, essentially. You'd still be online, but you get to have a solo session. I don't want to pay $15 for anything right now. Okay, so we have to, like, wake up one of these chumps and get him killed by the door, right? Okay, these chumps don't wake up. It's the... Oh! Ah! Imagine being dead and you're still trying to kill people. What's wrong with you? Okay. So, there's thieves that show up, isn't there? Yup. Oh, no, not thieves. Okay. Honestly, I might have preferred thieves. Thieves and mannequins are deadly. Alright, we took down one, so now I just have to deal with one mannequin at a time instead of two. Get him over here by the soul vessel. And avoid his combo. Ow, ow. Oh, I'm lucky I didn't get killed by the bleed. I'm so lucky I didn't get killed by the bleed. Drink a couple of flasks. Soul Vessel has been activated. Ooh. Do I have better gloves to wear than this? They kind of look ridiculous, though, don't they? They don't look that ridiculous, actually. They're a little off color compared to the rest, but it's, like, surprisingly not that bad. Definitely the best in terms of resistance that I have, and I still have the same roll. I'm wearing those gloves. If I have to, if I get killed and have to put a bag back on, though, I'm gonna have to switch gloves back to something lighter. That cleric lady you meet in Hyde's Tower is that chick that invades you before the Twin Dragon Riders. Oh, really? Wow, she is the worst. I'm so happy I kill her. I didn't know that she invades you. I'm so happy I kill that lady. Get her before she tries to get me. Oh, okay. This is everybody's favorite room. I see so many posts complaining about the mimic that's above me. Because I'm in, like, the Dark Souls 2 Reddit. Subreddit is what they call them. But, I don't know. I just... As somebody who didn't start using Reddit until, like, the last year... I remember what it's like to be somebody who doesn't use Reddit and hear people be like, are you a part of r/Dark Souls 2 subreddit? And it's like, what words are you saying to me right now? What's with the R? What's with the slash? What's a subreddit? I don't even have a Reddit. What the hell's subreddit? So, like, I don't know. I usually just try to keep it simple. A lot of times I don't even say Reddit. I just say group. I didn't want to use Facebook anymore. Facebook was, like, my main source of memes and just, like, content that I looked up on my phone, or looked at on my phone. I don't look at a lot of content on my phone, but in times that I would, it used to always be Facebook, and it was that way since I was about 13 years old. Hello! And in recent years, I've been wanting to change that. Hey, Chris, welcome to the stream. Glad you made it. But, I don't know, it was like the only other one I had that was half decent for entertainment value was Instagram, and it's like I wasn't going to switch from Facebook to Instagram to get away from Facebook, considering they're both meta, so whatever, who cares? So I started using Reddit, and it's I don't know, I have a hard time getting good memes on Reddit. That's the one thing I do miss. I get decent content related to stuff that I'm interested in seeing. You know, I can join whatever I want to, so I'm in like all sorts of From Software games, subreddits, Ratchet and Clank, Valheim, stuff about cats, stuff about work reform in the US and workers' rights, because I love being educated about that shit, because oh my god, do the employers be trying to fuck over the employees these days. But I don't have good memes, and if you join something like the subreddit for memes, I don't know, they're pretty shit tier, to be honest with you. They're real shit tier. I used to be in some pretty dank meme groups on Facebook, and even on Instagram I got some pretty good posts. But it's like, I don't want to use those services. I want to use other stuff. I don't like the mega corporations. I don't like corporations in general. I understand Reddit's just another one, but they don't seem as evil as Meta. Fucking Metaverse is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, you remember, what was it called on PlayStation? Was it PlayStation Home? Remember you could have the stupid little avatars, and you could walk around in a virtual reality, and there was, people had houses, there was shops you could go to, there was like walkable there was digital, or virtual I should say, same shit, right? There was virtual walkable city centers where you could go and see other players. I think it was PlayStation Home. I don't remember the name of it. How is Metaverse any different than that stupid bullshit? I don't get it. Why does anybody think that this is a good idea, or a new idea, or a revolutionary idea? Like, virtual spaces to live and hang out in? That is an old idea that has always flopped. The most successful example that I can think of is IMVU. And I'm pretty sure that only exists because of horny people paying for porn mods. Oh, why did I forget this was a freaking... How did I forget? How did I forget? And that's how I die. I've been running around human for so long, and I died to the mimic. I was too busy raging. I knew it was a mimic. PS Home. Yeah, PS Home sucked. PS Home sucked. Everybody knew PS Home sucked. Everybody looked at PS Home and was like, why would I waste my time with this? How is Metaverse any different? It's exactly how I feel about Metaverse. I look at Metaverse and I'm like, why would I waste my time with this trash? Remember Second Life? I never played Second Life, but Second Life was like huge for some reason. I think it was a little bit older of, it's a little bit aimed at like the elder millennials, and I'm like baby millennial / elder Gen Z. I'm like right there at the cutoff point. Born in '96, so I never really fully could associate with millennials, because millennials are like, remember the '90s, man? '90s is fucking awesome. And I was like, no, I don't remember the '90s. I'm sorry. I have some very vague memories, but like I don't remember 9/11 because I was 5 years old, and I'm pretty sure that the decision was made to, you know, not explain to a 5-year-old that there's a terrorist attack happening. So I'm pretty sure 9/11 was just like a normal day in the life for me, because I was 5 years old and I wouldn't have comprehended anything if it was to be attempted to explain to me. It would have just been fearful. What's more out of place here? The horse in the castle or the desert sorceress? I don't know, this whole area is like a hodgepodge of enemies that they used before. I didn't even realize I had the mannequins chasing me too. There's like, isn't there loot up there that I want though? I'm pretty sure there's loot up there I want. Is it just like Gower's ring? I can't remember. These mannequins are still chasing me, and I don't get iframes in the middle of pushing the door open. Okay, I'm gonna run back where I came from. Take the chosen undead back where you came from, or so help me. Okay, here they come. Looks like it's not aggroed against me. It looked like it was still de-aggroed and just returning back to its spawn area. And these guys are cluster effing the door. And let me guess, they're going to swing through the wall if I try to go at them? No? Whoa. Kind of yes. I can't say that I'm a fan of this right now. It's working. I'm managing to whittle my way through. The game that had the best player housing was Star Wars Galaxies. You could literally settle an entire town all the way down to the layout of the houses and building. All the buildings were open, and if you set it to public, anyone could come in and see your decorations. That is awesome. I never even heard of that game. Star Wars Galaxies? Yeah, I never heard of that. It was incredible. I was actually noticed by the Star Wars... Oh, maybe notified by the Star Wars team during their annual Christmas decoration challenge. Oh, okay, so noticed is right. You were noticed during the Star Wars team... By the Star Wars team during their annual Christmas decoration challenge. You won the challenge. Very nice, Chris. Goddamn. Is that like an old MMO or something? Must have been. Sounds like it. Oh my goodness. It used to crack me up when I would go by Bleeding Bullet and I'd be playing this game. And then you get the notification on your screen. Bleeding! With an exclamation point. It's like, I know! I'm getting my ass kicked! Don't need to tell me with an exclamation point. I get it. It's like, right, it's like, imagine if I was getting my ass kicked and it just said, ARD! With an exclamation point at the top. That's essentially what it felt like. Ye old from 04 to 2011. Ah, yeah, so I was too busy playing, let's see, 04 to 2011. When did I pick up RuneScape? Yeah, I think I picked up RuneScape in 04. I was playing Neopets before that. That was my computer gaming experience. My computer gaming experience prior to 2014 was Neopets, RuneScape, Flash games like miniclip.com or Armor Games, or Congregate. I think Armor Games turned into Congregate. There was other ones that people really adored, but I didn't go to nearly as much. Miniclip and Armor were like the two Flash game websites that I really went to, and that was it. And let's see, what else did I play? Oh, there was this in-game browser. There was an in-browser game I used to play that was pretty dinky. That you can get a mobile app version of it these days. Sherwood Forest? This is like some medieval RPG. I don't know. That game was always funky. I used to play that on PC. And I know you can get it on mobile these days. It's hilarious that Sherwood Forest is staying in the modern world by being a mobile app. What else did I do on PC? I think that was about it. Some emulation of NES and Super Nintendo games. That'd be it, yeah. So emulation of Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Nintendo Entertainment System games, as well as Neopets, RuneScape, Flash games, and a cheesy MMO. This thing's hitboxes are insane. If you go behind it, it'll grab you from in front. Like, you'll go behind it, and it doesn't matter. It'll still just grab you. That always cracks me up when you stand right between his legs, and it just flops completely over on you and misses. Dang, it didn't flop right over on me and miss that time. But that thing wasn't so bad. Mimics in this game, so goddamn deadly when they grab you. When they stand up and they have to fight you, not so much. Chris, you were 9 during 9/11? Wow. You got the four years on me? Yeah, I was 5. I don't even know if I was 5 yet, actually. I might have been 4. September? Ah, no, I was 5. I was 5 and a half. Rick, 04, you were playing Double Dash? Double Dash existed in 04? I guess. I didn't get a GameCube till late. I'm pretty sure. Because I had a PS2 and a Nintendo 64. I don't know exactly when I got a GameCube. It was probably around then. I don't know. No later than 06, I think. I remember the summer of 06 pretty vividly because I played tons of RuneScape and I would eat Hot Pockets as well as... Oh, I used to do this disgusting thing where I would make a Nutella sandwich, just Nutella on both sides of the bread, which that alone's not that bad, but then I would microwave it. What the hell is wrong with me? So yeah, when I was a kid, I remember the summer of 06 because I sat on my butt playing tons of RuneScape on it was a computer that ran on Windows 98. Yeah, in 06 I was playing RuneScape on a computer that ran on Windows 98. Oh Jesus. You know, big box monitor. You could flick the screen and it would go ding, 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 ding. I love being able to do that. I still have one old TV. I have one old box TV that I still have around because, well, first of all, old games like Nintendo 64 and PS2 games, they actually look better on the box TVs because it kind of like softens the hard edges. It's like a really rough era of 3D gaming. Those N64 games especially. So when you play them on a high definition TV, you really see those rough edges. When you play on something that's much lower resolution, it really rounds out the images. The games were made to be played on shitty box TVs at low resolutions because that's what existed at the time of them being created. So they look better on that. And I still have one. I rarely ever use it, but I almost like having it just so I can flick the screen every once in a while. These monitors these days, all their fancy, whatever the hell it is, you can't flick the screen and have it be satisfying. The screen's paper thin. You cause damage, I guess. I don't know. Old box TV's got that thick glass over the front of it. You just ding, ding, ding. I love it. It's like my favorite part. That, also the static that accumulates on the screen, you know, it's like been on for a while and you go your hand across the front of it and it's all staticky on the front. I get nostalgic as fuck thinking about this stuff. You ever tried G Fuel? No, I never tried any G Fuel. I'm not into drinks like that. Like, what is G Fuel supposed to be? Is it supposed to be an energy drink from a powder? Hey, Cleric, welcome to the stream. Glad you made it, man. You're wondering what's up. Not too much. Just streaming before I got to go to my day job. Still working as a cashier at the Home Depot. And I got 2 more hours to stream. Yeah, I don't know. Low-key been thinking about going back to washing dishes, dude. I swear to God. I can be a dishwasher for $17 an hour. Well, the ad said $16 to $17 an hour. But I'd be going in asking for 17 and hoping for at least $16.50. I make $15.50 right now. But yeah, dishwashing seems like the gigs are at $17 right now, which that would be, I mean, that would be like an extra $150 a month for me in my pocket. That's the way I basically look at it. If I get like $1 raise, it's like, okay, it's like $100 a month for me that I get extra because I work like 30 hours a week at my day job. I don't work full-time at a day job because I'm trying to stream 5 days a week. Be hard. It would be hard to work 5 days a week at a day job and stream 5 days a week, as well as be a good boyfriend to my girlfriend. So I've been working 4 days a week, and I can afford it even in these trying times because I don't have a car or any health insurance. So, and I don't have a phone payment either. I'm still lucky enough to be on my family's phone plan, even though that would only be $30 a month if I did have to pay for my own phone plan, because this phone, I don't like pay for this phone. This is a cheap ass Android. I bought this for $100 and it was mine. Like, it was, the cost of this phone was $100. I can't believe people pay so much money for cell phones. Are you fucking stupid? You can get pretty much the exact same product for like a tenth of the price. I don't even understand what is different between this phone and like the much more expensive Androids. I don't know the difference. I'm sure there's probably some phone savvy people who are like, oh my god, how can you have that piece of crap? I wouldn't be able to live. What does suck is the storage. I'll give it that. The storage on this thing, I swear I have like 16 gigabytes or something. It's really atrocious. I can't have anything in terms of apps. Because, well, outside of the apps that I have on here related to my streaming, because related to streaming, I have Discord, Hover, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and Twitch. Those are all my streaming-related apps, so I don't have too much else on here besides that. Have you ever owned a higher-end phone? The best phone I have ever owned was an iPhone 4, and I didn't get the iPhone 4 until 2013. I got a used iPhone 4 in 2013. It was pretty old by then, I'm pretty sure. Let's do a quick little Google search here. It wasn't even a 4S. iPhone 4 release date, because it wasn't even 4S. It was iPhone 4. Came out in 2010. So yeah, the most highest end phone I had was an iPhone 4, and it was 3 years old when I got it. I still have my iPhone 4. Thing's ridiculous. I should show you how much of a baby that thing is. Yeah, I had these flip phone. I had a flip phone when I was in 7th grade. That was the first phone I ever got. I got like a flip phone, one that just had not even a full keyboard. You know, it just had the numbers on it. I'm gonna skip this track. I just don't want to. It's too goofy. Oh, it switched. Never mind. The track switched. Good. What's rent like up there? Probably high. Yeah, $12.50 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment that Violet and I live in. It's 1,200 square feet for the 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and yeah, it's $12.50 a month. We would only have a 1-bedroom apartment if it wasn't for me. So I pay $750 a month. Violet pays the $500. Damn, in Tennessee it's like $700. Yeah, see, I'm paying $750, and that's my share. That's just my share. But yeah, what are the pay rates like though in Tennessee? I bet you ain't getting paid $17 an hour to wash dishes, because that's literally what's happening around here. Twin Peaks right now, it's like 3, maybe 4 miles away from here, and I don't have a car, so I can't really go to Twin Peaks to work. But they're legit just $17 an hour, no questions asked for dishwasher. There's a place that's a 12-minute bike ride away if I take a nearby bike path. The city I live in actually doesn't have too bad of biking infrastructure. There's some old railroad tracks that run through here that they turned into paths for people to use. I usually shit on the United States really hard for their lack of any infrastructure whatsoever except for cars. All the United States infrastructure is cars. I fucking hate cars. You can't do anything in this country if you don't own a fucking car. So I have to be super careful about where I live so I can make sure I live close enough to places that I can work, live close enough to the grocery store. That's all I really need. If I can get to groceries and I can get to work without a car, then I'm good. But it really limits, like, my abilities. But I need to get a bike. I don't have any money for a bike. I'm not gonna lie, I think I might steal one, which I probably should admit that, but like, there's so many bikes around here and people don't lock them up. It's insane to me. There's so many bikes around here and nobody locks them up. How are people not stealing bikes? I don't get it. There you go a 10-minute drive to the southeast from here, and it's like real rough neighborhood, relied on the nearby car factory to employ all of its citizens, and that factory shut down, so there's like huge unemployment, and it's just that happened, 20, 30 years ago, and the city has just never turned around. It's just been a rough area since then. So I don't understand how people like I can understand how in this area where it's a little bit nicer, maybe people aren't exactly like robbing, but how are people not driving in from the rougher areas and like making use of this totally unprotected shit? Also, another thing that really gets me is grills. Nobody protects their grills from getting stolen. That's insane to me. If I had a grill, that shit would be chained to like 8 cinder blocks, dude. Class, you say you love cars, man. I'm addicted to buying them. I make 17 to build boats. Yeah, see, that sounds like hard work. I don't like cars whatsoever. You're addicted to buying them. So what, you got multiple cars? That's insanity. What do you need multiple cars for? You can't do cars either. Got a Trek bike in 2019. Clean that thing like it's your baby every 2 weeks. So yeah, I have a longboard. And a longboard is good as long as the concrete is good. I can keep up with a bike on my longboard, no problem, because I've been riding the thing for 10 years. So my longboard muscles are good. And when one leg gets tired, because on a longboard, it's just like a skateboard. Your leg that stays on the board is the one that tires out. People who don't ride boards might think that the leg that is kicking is the leg that's doing all the work, but it's the leg that stays on your board you have to do one-legged squats with, essentially, to lower yourself to the ground and kick, and lower yourself to the ground and kick. So the leg that stays on the board is the one that tires out. But what I do is I switch back and forth. It's very hard to kick with one foot and then tire out and switch and kick with the other foot. You have your natural way of riding a board that you get comfortable with, and it's very hard to break out of that. So I'm just very proud of myself for being able to switch feet while riding my board. Class, you like ATVs, dirt bikes, cars, trucks, skateboards, anything you can have fun with. See, I wouldn't have such an issue with cars if there was actually alternatives, but there's no fucking alternatives to cars in this goddamn country. No good alternatives, at least. And when you do, like, ride a bike, it's like, oh, the sidewalk ended, and now you have to cross this bridge, and there's cars flying past you at, oh, it's 35 miles per hour, but everybody's going 45 or 50 anyway. And then the cars keep getting bigger and bigger, and the headlights keep getting brighter. They're just getting more and more dangerous. I get blinded. I've been getting blinded by headlights for as long as I can remember, and it's just getting worse and worse as they get these goddamn neon lights that illuminate for 2 miles ahead of them. And then all these trucks and SUVs, they're... Just look out on the road in the States and see how many SUVs there are. A small SUV is still fucking humongous. There's like hardly any smaller vehicles. They're all absolute monstrosities. And the problem's just getting worse. They just keep getting bigger and bigger. I watched this video where they had kids sit down in front of, I think it was an F450. Oh, I also saw an Onion article. I love the Onion. It was this Onion article that said, new Ford F450 comes with shotgun in case it doesn't kill pedestrian on impact. Because, yeah, fucking Christ, dude. But they had these kids sit down in front of an F450, and it was like 14 kids that they had sit in a row before the driver was able to see the top of one of the kids' heads. It's like, cool, so you could have 14 kids sitting in front of your F450 and not even fucking realize it. So you love big vehicles, off-road stuff. You also love fast sports cars too. Dang. Well, to each their own, I guess. I just hate the U.S.'s lack of infrastructure for anything but cars. And then people who drive cars are so fucking stupid. They're like, I want less traffic, so let's build more roads. Really? So more roads is going to encourage people to drive their cars, which means more traffic. You don't get less traffic by building more infrastructure for cars. The more infrastructure there is for cars, the more people are going to want to use cars, and there's going to be more traffic on the road. You need to have good alternatives to cars in order to have less traffic on the roads, and there is none. Fucking public transport in the United States is so bad that it's regarded to be only for those who can't afford anything better, because it's so shit. It's so unsanitary and so untimely and so inconvenient. Public transport in the States fucking sucks. And then goddamn Americans are like, oh, the States is too big. You can't compare it to other countries because we're so fucking huge. But yet they have highway systems that span every tiny little corner of the country. You can take a highway to it. So it's not too big for them not to build highways all the way the fuck across, but God forbid a bike path or a railroad, you know what I'm saying? Where the fuck are the trams? I'd even take more buses, bus is my least favorite form of public transport because it's just a big car, but at least it's got, multiple people in it. Everybody driving a car, it's like one dumbass in a big ass vehicle, and that's 90% of the drivers on the road is one person in their big ass vehicle, and then they're like, gas prices are going up. Yeah, no shit. It's a fossil fuel. It's not an unlimited resource. As more and more of the world's fuel gets used up, there's less and less of it, and it's gonna get more and more expensive. Not to mention all the goddamn greedy corporate shit that's going on in the world right now, and they're calling it inflation, but it's really just price gouging. They're not charging the prices that they're charging are not to cover costs. These days, the prices that they charge are to pad their profits. And the problem is real bad with gas, which is why that's relevant. Because holy shit, the profit padding on gasoline. But yeah. Alright, I should probably get back to playing Dark Souls 2. I'm not supposed to get political on my streams, and I'm getting real political right now. But I don't even see it as politics. I see it as, these are the facts, and people are ignoring these facts because they're brainwashed into thinking what they think because of the goddamn propaganda that runs this country. We ride around a lot in a cemetery with a paved path, smoother than our small town road and sidewalk. Yeah, sidewalks can be rough, especially if it's like I don't know what to call them besides tiles, where they got the intended, there's like that intended space between each tile of cement. That is the worst. Paved, I don't know which one it was. We watched a lot of videos of people crossing the country with bikes. A good bit of that is trusting you're not getting run over. Yeah, exactly. And I don't trust other people for shit. Have you seen what people do in their cars? They're always looking at their phones and picking their nose. And I don't trust other drivers whatsoever. I actually couldn't be a mailman because of it. I tried being a mailman years back. It was like 3 or 4 years back. But sitting on a narrow road, stopping at every mailbox, just trusting that nobody's gonna rear end the fuck out of you at high speed because they didn't even realize you're there because they weren't paying any goddamn attention, or they were, they slept too little because everybody's overworked these days, so everybody's exhausted, and then they get behind heavy machinery. Oh, I love that. Nobody considers cars to be heavy machinery, it seems. Can you not respect the fact that you're operating heavy machinery? Nope, you're just driving a car. Same fucking thing. Okay, I'm supposed to be playing the game. I always loved Toyota Tacomas, so nice. I had a Camry, and even that died on me. Camry's supposed to be, like, good. My Camry lasted me, I think, 3 years. It's part of the reason I hate cars as well, is I've had 3 of them from the time I was 16 to 24. And each one of them died, so I wasted a lot of money and effort just for them all to go to shit anyway. Such an unnecessary expense. It's deemed as, it's like deemed personal freedom. You can have personal freedom without having a car. Honestly, people need to pay more attention to Diogenes. That is some damn good philosophy right there. Don't own so much bullshit, because your bullshit ends up owning you. You gotta work hard to be able to afford it, and you gotta keep it up, and you gotta spend time keeping it up. It's like, you don't want to have so many things that you lose your freedom to it. Granted, right now we don't have freedom as we fucking speak. What are we talking about? Like, I mean, shit. capitalism is just feudalism rebranded. I literally give more than half of my paycheck to the Lord who owns the land in which I live on. Did I do regular maintenance? Of course! Of course I did regular maintenance. You get your oil changed, you get your filters changed, you get the shit flushed when you get the recommended numbers and your mileage. You gotta get your shit flushed. And it's expensive, dude. Hundreds of dollars. Just for it to die anyway. Getting tires replaced. Getting windshield wipers replaced. Putting gas in the thing. I hate cars. I just do. And I didn't hate cars for a really long time. I had to have the realization that they're not actually a necessity, and then it's just been snowballing ever since then. It's been going on for years. I think, let me think. It was 2018. Yeah. 2018, I got my last car. I didn't want to get it, but I felt pressured by society to get another car, so I did. And that one lasted like a year, I think. It was the Pontiac? Was it a Pontiac? No, it was a Pontiac, right? No, what was it? It's the real small things. It was an SC1. I remember the SC1. What the hell was it? Was it Pontiac? I don't think it was Pontiac. No. What was it? Saturn. It was a Saturn SC1. That was my last car. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I loved the little thing. Tiny little coupe. It was so low to the ground, you felt like you were going so fast when you're only going 40 miles per hour. I think it was awesome. But I didn't want to get it in the first place because I couldn't afford it. And I actually had to move back in with my parents. I was running a very tight budget, and that did not include car payments. And I bought this thing for $1,500, and I had to make $100 a month car payments. I could not afford that because my budget was like so strict at the time. But I honestly, I wasn't happy the way I was living back then. 2018, right before I moved back in with my parents, dude, I was doing bad. I was doing real bad. Hey, Justin, you wondering what's up? I'm trying to play Dark Souls 2, but instead I'm ranting about how much I hate cars and how bad the United States infrastructure is for anything but cars and how shit public transport is here compared to... Honestly, if I could just live in the Netherlands, that would be amazing. I swear to God, Netherlands spends more money on biking infrastructure than they do on vehicle infrastructure. But I'm an American. Hooray. And it ain't easy to get the fuck out of this country. People who have a lot more free money, or a lot more extra cash than I do, have a hard time getting out of the country. I can only imagine me with no good reason to get a work visa because there's no European countries that really have work visas for people who only have high school diplomas and nothing else. That's me. So I'm pretty fucking trapped here. Hey, Guku. Just left your man cave and now you're here. Welcome. Or Gookie? I'm not sure how to say your name. Netherlands is expensive. I mean, it's expensive here too, man. You got a 2007 Ford Focus, paid $3K for it, $99 a month for insurance, $30 to fill it up, and it lasts a week. Plus, it's a hatchback. Nice. I'm trying to think. I think my Camry was a 2006. I had an Intrepid before that. The Intrepid was like a piece of shit, though. It was like 2001 Intrepid, I think. And it didn't say Chrysler on the side. It said Dodge. Or maybe it said Chrysler instead of Dodge. It was from Canada. I can't remember what the normal is around here in the States. I think they say Dodge Intrepid. And mine said Chrysler Intrepid. Because it was Canadian made. But that pooped out on me. That was my first car. That one was pretty much gifted to me by my parents, but they knew it was a beater. And that one lasted a couple of years. Yeah, that lasted a couple years. My Camry lasted me 3 years, and my Saturn lasted me 1 year. So yeah, six years I went through 3 cars. And of course, with regular maintenance as well. It's not like I was just mistreating them. But I can't have anything. I swear to God, I don't believe in the, I'm not, what's it called? I'm not superstitious whatsoever. But if there's anything that makes me superstitious, it's how much I seem to break things. Like, stuff that I own just breaks. It's like I am not allowed to own things because shit just breaks all the time. But, you know, I know it's not really true at all. It's just cars that I had that break all the time. I am pretty prone to breaking my shit. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm just not as dexterous as I think I am. Or actually, I think I overestimate the strength of everything in the world. You should have seen me as a kid hanging on a door, expecting the hinges to hold up. Like you ain't gonna rip the door out of the wall if you hang on your whole body weight on it. So, it's probably why shit breaks around me. But the cars, I mean, that's not really something that could factor in for the cars. I think that's just, coincidence. I'm a big believer in coincidence. Don't believe in superstitious, though. Just a little stitious. Yes, Michael Scott. Rick, your bike was $550. I really want to get a cargo bike for, groceries. I also, though, I kind of want to get a bike with those fat tires so that when it turns winter, I can ride it through the snow. Because I am real worried. Like, I want to get a bike so that I can easily get further. Because with a longboard, I don't know, I can't go much more than like a mile. And, you know, that'll take me like 15 minutes to go on a mile. A bike is better than a longboard for travel. You got the way bigger wheels. It's just an easier leg motion for travel, probably. You can do rougher terrain on a bike due to the much bigger wheels. Just also, there's like, I don't know exactly, there's something with mathematics and physics where the bigger the wheel is, like the less work you have to do. If you have real little wheels on a bicycle, you're going to have to work a lot harder than if you had big wheels on it. So it's something, I don't really know why that is. It doesn't make sense to me in my head, but I know it from experience that bigger wheels is easier to travel with. And it's not just because of the terrain. It's something to do with, I don't know. Longboard hill bombing is scary too. I carve real hard. I have to bomb a hill on my way home from work every day. It's actually the whole reason I love longboarding is for bombing hills. I'm not somebody who likes doing slides or anything like that, or any type of, you know, like I don't dance around on the deck. That's another type of trick people do. They do the dancing on the deck. That's more for pintails though. I don't have a pintail. I have a drop through. It's very flexible because it's half some type of plastic. I can't remember exactly. I've owned the deck since I was 15 years old, and I'm 26 now, so I can't remember exactly what the material is. That it is half of the boards, you know, because they're plied together by boards. Half of the boards are like wood, half the boards are some type of plexiglass, I think it is, or something. I can't remember. Something very flexible, something very strong. So it's a very flexy board, and they got the drop-through trucks that I rock very loose. So I can turn super sharp on my longboard, and I got very soft wheels. If you're trying to do slides, you want hard wheels. If you're trying to grip the cement, you want soft wheels. And I'm trying to slow myself while going down a hill by carving very hard turns like you would see a snowboarder do. If a snowboarder was trying to slow their speed down a hill, they carve back and forth down the hill. I do the exact same thing on my longboard. That's how I slow myself from going down hills. Because yeah, I basically bomb a hill coming from Home Depot towards my apartment complex, and then there's a crosswalk with there's a parking lot that has a crosswalk that I have to pass right at the end of the hill. So I have to make sure I'm not going fast as shit. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna slam into a car at the bottom of a hill while I'm at bomb speed, and homie's got no insurance, so can't let that happen. That's just because I refuse. I could have insurance, but insurance is a big fucking scam. Shouldn't even fucking exist. Health insurance? Are you fucking kidding me? Look at everywhere else in the world where they don't have health insurance and how much better it's working out for their population compared to the health insurance system that we have here in the States. It's literally just to make people struggle more. Some capitalist got together and had some great fucking idea that they could make the working class suffer even more through insurance. I fucking hate insurance. At least health insurance. I can understand why, like, other insurances exist to make sure that your shit is okay. But health insurance, like, yeah, let's just lock healthcare behind a paywall. Capitalism. Woo! He's dead. That was a close final hit there. You missed a rage moment? I mean, I've been kind of ragey ever since we started getting... I've been very political since I got to Dranglake Castle. I don't know why, and I'm trying to shake it, but I'm having a hard time changing the discussion. You don't remember Mirror Knight being this hard? Maybe it's because I'm using a +7 broadsword? I don't know. Remember when he used to summon real player invaders? Was fun! I've never had it happen to me. I wish I invaded somebody. We should get rid of welfare and replace it with free health insurance. Yeah, I maybe agree with that. I don't know. I don't know too much about healthcare and who actually depends on it. Everybody I know who's ever been on healthcare is, like, kind of abusing the system. But there's probably some people who do use it legitimately, but I think there's more people who, like, use it as a crutch to keep themselves from having to, like, actually push harder to work. Because I've known people who have worked jobs under the table and been like, yeah, I don't work that much because I just get my money from welfare, and then what I can't afford from that, I work a little bit extra so I can have the money. It's like, that isn't right. That doesn't sit right with me. As somebody who pays their taxes unfairly. Because we all pay our taxes unfairly. Just get stolen by the government anyway. I love it. Everybody's like, the Americans are like, we hate socialism. But then they give all their money into taxes, and then the government gives all the tax money to corporations in the form of PPP loans. Isn't that what it was? PPP loans? Was it 2 Ps? PP loans. Might as well be PP loans, because it's bullshit. There's so much money that got skimmed. The corporations skimmed so much fucking money for themselves that was supposed to go back to the working class. And it didn't. It was just handed to them by the government. And they were so haphazard about giving it to them that they didn't even ensure that it actually, you know, trickled down economics. What a fucking joke. Say it's sickening the amount of money OnlyFans creators make. Bro, I'm about to make an OnlyFans. I swear to God, I need to pay my bills. I got a pretty nice bod. I'm still young. I'm an attractive man. I've been broke as shit for years. I ain't got like any body fat. I don't know why, but I've been building up a lot of stomach muscle lately too. I don't know where that's been coming from, but I've been getting like stomach muscly, and I've been getting like that, a little bit of that V thing going on, you know, like I'm one of those dudes from the 300. So I've been looking good. I'm about to open an OnlyFans, dude. Especially single mother families. I'd sub to your OnlyFans. Let's see them thick cheeks. Yeah, man. Use healthcare insurance to do some drug shopping. Been trying to cut way back on the weed. Haven't smoked any yet today. Not gonna get any weed till tomorrow. We don't have any weed. That's why I haven't smoked any today. Violet and I've been broke as shit. Justin, I'm glad you subbed to my OnlyFans. See, more it is. I'd already have a follower if I started. I'd already be making income. Think Shrine of Amana is programmed by a bowl of ramen? I don't think Shrine of Amana is so bad. I think people just gotta get good. And either in Shrine of Amana, you either have to have the patience to take out all of the magic casters carefully so that you don't get yourself killed trying to do so. Oh! Or you need to rush through it strategically enough that you don't get yourself killed. It's either strategically take out the magic casters or strategically run through it. And if you can't do it, well, you're just not strategic enough. I'm sorry. It's got nothing to do with the game. It's got to do with you. If the money is there, go for it. Make that OnlyFans. Right? I wouldn't know what to do though. And how do you even promote such content? But I mean, I'm beyond the point where I care about what my family thinks about me. My family refuses to, well, okay, aside from, I don't know. My brother's a good guy. He's a bit of an asshole, but I think everybody feels that way about their siblings. But my brother's a good guy. I love my brother. And I do love my family. I just wish that they loved me for who I am. My family has expectations of me. And I don't meet those expectations. Because who I am is not going to meet those expectations. I'm not going to... I don't need to go into specific details. But... I don't know. It feels like my family isn't going to be happy with who I am and happy with my decisions unless I'm like rolling in dough is how I feel like. It's like, oh, you made these decisions and now you're a working class scrub? Wow. You really made some fucky decisions, didn't you? That's like the vibe I get from my family. It's like, cool, yeah, I'm just trying to make my own way in the world and be happy, but fuck you too, I guess. You got Discord and Twitter? I could do it. Yeah, I got Discord, I got Twitter, I got Instagram. Can you? Oh, you can. Yeah, you can post it on Instagram. Actually, isn't that how most of them do? Yeah. 'Cause you always see the comments on TikTok of people. I only know about stuff on TikTok because I go over to TikTok to post my clips, and that's been happening almost on a daily basis these days. That I've been posting clips from old streams, and I posted on several places, including TikTok. But you see the comments on TikTok being like, where's the Instagram link? And the reason they want the Instagram link is because Instagram, I have the OnlyFans link. That's what I've realized over time. I'm like, why are they so interested in Instagram? It's because you can't have OnlyFans links on TikTok. They ban it, I guess. So they want the Instagram bio. They want the Instagram link so they can get the OnlyFans link. Cracks me up. Cracks me up. I need to go level up. I have 100,000 runes on me. Say, well, are you happy with your life? I'm getting there every year. I've been getting better and better. Honestly, being with Violet has been great for me. It feels like I was always trying to improve myself and improve my life, and I've been doing that for as long as I can remember, but I've been going in circles. At least ever since I was a teenager, it feels like I've been going in circles, trying to improve myself, trying to improve my life, and it just always ends up coming all the way back around to where I started being shitty. And since I started dating Violet, it feels like I've actually been able to take baby steps. Life is all about baby steps. Everybody wants to make these big leaps and cut themselves off cold turkey and have this insane self-discipline and start this new thing. You can't do that. You can be who you want to be, but to change, it requires tons of patience and tons of persistence. And it's very hard to not give up before the results are in, before any real change happens within you. It's so easy to give up and revert back to your old ways, or stop pushing and go back to doing what you're comfortable doing, which is not what you want to do in this scenario, because, you know, if you're trying to improve, I'm saying. But you can't rush things. Change is so slow. Hopeful music as he talks about loving his girlfriends. Yeah, it turned real, what is it? It turned real wholesome, didn't it? Money's the most important thing by any means. You make decent pay, but to be honest, I wouldn't say it makes me happy. Yeah, no, I understand that. Trust me, I'm not a money chaser. I've actually been real close in the past, like, year to making more money than I ever have in my life. I was working with my mom for a hot minute due to pure nepotism, because there's no good reason why she should have hired me than somebody else. But my mom, she's got her own company. She's one person company. She doesn't have any employees. I was her one and only employee. and she doesn't have a different one ever since I quit. But she works in the home mortgage business, and essentially I could have gotten myself to the point where I would be making like a commission per file, and I could have been making more money than I've ever made in my life. But also during the period of when I was working with my mom was when I had that 9-month hiatus from live streaming. I don't know. I was like, I couldn't focus on building a career and trying to live stream at the same time. I have a very hard time seeing any point in live streaming if I'm not trying to live stream as a career. This is like what I want to do. I can't just do it as a hobby. If I'm doing it as a hobby, it like kills me. And so I was working with my mom. I was focusing on my career through that path, trying to make better money. And because I was trying to get Violet and I into a house, but then I don't know. The States is in a terrible housing crisis right now because of the corporation BlackRock buying all the fucking housing. But that's a whole nother thing. Should be illegal, but capitalism, baby. Oh man, we need a French-style revolution. Read blood. I forgot what I was living for during that 9 months where I wasn't streaming. I was like, do I care? I didn't care anymore. I could have had an aneurysm and been fine because, like, what was I even living for? So I could make money. What was I doing with that money? So I could get a house. What was I going to do in that house? Just live in it? It felt like it was so pointless. So I knew I had to get back to streaming. And I'm back to streaming. And I think I have a really healthy thing going with my streaming right now. We'll see as time goes on here. But last month I was trying to stream 6 days a week, nothing but From Software and Ratchet and Clank content. That was a little too much. It was a little too much for that to be healthy. So I've changed it starting this month now. We're doing 5 streams a week. 2 of the days of the week From Software, 1 day a week Ratchet and Clank, and then the other 2 streams I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's awesome. That sounds super healthy to me. I have consistency and predictability, which equals reliability. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, streaming the same games, same time, same days of the week, every week. And then I also have the variety to keep me happy, to keep me content, to enjoy gaming, because there's more to gaming and live streaming for me than just From Software and Ratchet and Clank games. Even if I can have it be mostly that, I can't have it be nothing but that. Say, this stream getting deep. Is this what happens when I don't smoke weed? See, this is why I smoke a bunch of weed, is because I am way too in my thoughts otherwise. Shit's way too clear, and I'm way too angry. Okay. So, where am I trying to go? I was at this place. I made it to Shrine of Amana. That's right, we made it to the Crumbled Ruins, and then I went back to level up. So yeah, I don't know. I make my life revolve around live streaming, even though in terms of like how much money I make streaming is shit compared to if I just did anything else with my time. But there isn't anything I want to spend my time doing quite like I want to spend my time live streaming. Is nothing that gives me the same feels. I'm doing a terrible job of getting through this right now. I'm getting annihilated. I definitely need to heal. Whoa! I almost got killed right there because I wasn't paying that close attention. Ah, they got me. Alright. Yeah, I knew way better than that. That was really bad. That was really bad. My brain's working too efficiently right now. I need some weed. Dude. Self-medication, okay? When your thoughts are driving you to insanity, a little bit of numbness is a good thing. A little bit of dumbing yourself down is a good thing. Everyone's always trying so hard to be smart. Being smart's hella overrated. The smarter people think you are, the more they expect from you. And people having expectations on you sucks. So, play dumb. It's like one of the best things you can do for yourself. People stop expecting things from you. You might get treated like a dumbass, but who fucking cares? You don't have to deal with like you don't have to deal with responsibilities that would be given to you if people thought you were smart enough to handle it. And you'll do just fine. You know. Maybe it doesn't apply for all situations, but in my situation it works great. I ain't trying to move up in my career at Home Depot. I ain't trying to impress my coworkers. So I do the bare minimum. I try the least. Because who the fuck cares? They should be happy I'm even showing up. Because a lot of people don't. I'm expecting tons of cashiers to quit. They hired too many cashiers, so they can't give us all the hours that we expect to get. All the hours that we're used to getting. Even me. I really need the fucking money right now. And they have me at like 7 hours less a week than I should be at. I got hired on and it was agreed, yeah, about like 30 hours a week is what I'm looking for. And they've been falling short on the 30 hours a week because they hired too many fucking cashiers. Every single cashier is feeling it. Everybody's got... They're asking, why are their hours cut? And then they're telling us we're not allowed to pick up shifts right now. Which is absurd. Why would they tell us that? I am really struggling in getting through this right now. Oh, man, you got me. Son of a bitch, there was 10,000 runes. And, because there's so many cashiers complaining about not being able to get the hours that they can get, I feel like I'm holding out on my coworkers to see who, like, I want them to quit. If I quit, then there's going to be more hours available for them. If they quit first, though, there'll be more available hours for me, and I won't have to quit. That's how it feels. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. I should probably have the battle music going. I've been doing real poorly, though. Not having to pick up the souls will be nice. Okay. So far, so good. Ooh. Why did that one do so much damage? I don't understand. Some of them do, like, no damage. Some of them do half your health. Like, why is there no consistency in how much damage the projectiles do? I can't get a feel for how much danger I'm in. It's like, why did one projectile do half my fucking health? Usually they do a little bit. But one of them was like, slammed me so hard. But yeah, the lack of work hours is why I can't afford weed right now, basically. Also, I don't know, everything is just getting price gouged right now. Gas, groceries. I don't really pay much in gas, it's just what we pay in our bills, but even the energy bills at home are even more than usual, because they're charging more than usual. Probably gonna start charging a lot for water, I bet. Water right now is pretty much it's very cheap compared to how much of a resource it is. The value of water is much higher than what we pay for it, and that's probably a good thing, but you think that's not going to change? They'll start charging us more for water as it gets to be more and more of a valuable resource, as clean water becomes more and more rare. we gotta stop farming animals too. That's really a big killer of everything, the earth and its societies upon it, its economies upon it. But more and more of the world is adopting a meat-heavy diet, which, hey, guess who popularized the meat-heavy diet? Americans. Great, we're at it again. But more and more of the world is adopting a meat-heavy diet, which means much more farm animals, which means much more crops in order to feed the farm animals. So, I am a huge fan of meats, don't get me wrong. There is some damn good mimics these days, though. And, I don't know. I'm thinking lab-grown meat would be the saving grace, but I don't know. They haven't really made that. Why is that one over there also shooting at me? That's what I want to fucking know. Why is that one over there also shooting at me? That one never shoots at me. But yeah, they have that fake meat these days that like bleeds and is fleshy. Is that the impossible meat? I can't remember. I think that's just branding. There's probably several. But the fake meats have gotten really good, and then like I'm a huge advocate for lab-grown meat, but that's still very expensive because it's not like widespread in the market. If lab-grown meat was the norm, it'd be a lot cheaper. But it's kind of new technology still. And I don't know, people are weirded out by lab-grown meat. I don't understand that at all. So you trust cells that were grown by a chicken more than you trust cells that were grown under the watch of a scientist. I should say under the supervision. So you trust cells that are grown under the supervision of a chicken more than you trust the cells that were grown under supervision of scientists in a controlled environment. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Oh, but it's unnatural and weird. That's how people are about it. It's pathetic, really. I kind of also wish, like, bugs was a little bit more normal. It is elsewhere in the world. I don't mean so much just eating bugs like straight up, like body and all, but like it shouldn't be weird if the protein in your protein powder came from crushed up bugs. You know? How's that weird? It's protein powder alone is already really fucking weird. So why does it matter if it came from a cheap and, you know, easily obtained source? Obviously, when you just be catching bugs out of the wild and grinding them up, you'd be farming bugs for these type of things. We're talking about selling products, for Pete's sakes. So let's not aggro those enemies over there. I don't know how I aggroed those guys last time. It was a complete accident, but it completely screwed me. I was really hoping I could get a backstab on this guy. Let's get some regular swings as well. Ow. But yeah, I think we humans as meat eaters need to use our superior technology to... Oh, come the fuck on! I hate how quick these guys are. Alright, Shrine of Amon is officially pissing me off. It's just missing a bonfire is all. This place needs a bonfire in this shack that you get to. But you get to this shack, and then you're not even safe there. You just have to keep pushing on. I don't know. Dark Souls 2. Or just Dark Souls in general, really. From Software games. Got 1,000,001 bonfires when you totally don't need them. And then when you need a bonfire more than anything else in the world, they are so far and few between. Okay, baloney, I got hit right there. Oh, I tried to dodge it, but I don't know. I mustn't have had any stamina or something. Or my reaction was slow. I think that's why sometimes the projectiles hit so hard, is because they're actually doubled up. Oh, that was baloney. Hit me in the middle of my eye frame, it felt like. Get through the door before you get slapped by the weird lizard guy. Okay, okay. Also, I haven't upgraded my flasks to +4, and I totally could. Oh, I hate trying to do heavy attack to light attack. It's so bad in Dark Souls 2. It can depend on the content of leucine and other amino acids in protein. That's why whey is the best. Least amount of protein needed for adequate leucine in the blood. I'm not sure how much is in bug protein, though. What the hell? I don't even know what the hell whey is. Also, I've had it on peaceful music the whole time. I probably shouldn't have it on peaceful. Okay. So we need to be smart here. We need to be smart. We need to survive. I want to get to this bonfire that's just up ahead. So we'll take out this guy. He's not so bad. Make sure I don't aggro those fools over there. To the left. Whey is protein from milk. I don't know how I feel about milk. Milk, on paper, is fine. And then you see the dairy farms and how the dairy cows are treated, and you're like, I'm not so sure this is okay. I also used to think about the same thing about eggs, and then I saw what happens to the male chickens in the... Oh, great, the other one's shooting projectiles at me? No. And I saw what happens to the male chickens in the egg world. Something they actually outlawed in France. So when they're trying to get egg-laying chickens, so there's a period where you can't tell how old the chick is. As soon as the chicks can be, you know, as soon as their sex can be determined. I did not mean to light a torch. That's not at all what I was trying to do. They keep the female ones, and then they put the male ones on a treadmill that ends in a wood chipper, essentially. They don't just waste it. They do put it in pet food. So, like, at least the chicken flesh from the baby chicks that are ground into a pulp, at least it's, like, it is utilized somehow. But the fact that you can tell the gender of the chicken while it's still in the egg, it just is more expensive to do it that way. But they don't do it that way because it's cheaper for them to just birth the male chicks, or all the chicks, separate the male ones, grind the male ones down into pulp, and then put it in cat food. It's cheaper for them to do it that way as opposed to sexing the chickens before they hatch from their eggs, and then, you know, I guess killing the male ones while they're still in an egg. It's marginally better. It's marginally better. We're talking about, like, abortion opposed to murdering a baby. Which, I mean, come on here. When's it gonna end? Is masturbation murder? Life begins at ejaculation. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? That's how these pro-lifers are. Pro-life, but then once you're born, they want nothing to do but capitalize on you and fuck you over, keep you as a wage slave. That's the true agenda of the pro-lifers. They're just worried about the fucking declining birth rate because the economy is so shit and living conditions are going to shit to the point where nobody wants to bring children into this godforsaken world. So let's get rid of human rights so that we can force more births, so that we can have more wage slaves to keep our profits high. Ooh, capitalists! The abortion argument really is, where do you see the start of life? Yeah, well, religion has no place in law. Separation of church and state in the United States is an absolute lie. So is freedom of speech. You can get arrested for speaking out. You definitely can. There's a whole bunch of veterans, military veterans, that got arrested for making a public speech. They'll arrest veterans. They don't give a fuck about your public speech. They don't give a fuck about your right to religion or lack thereof. Everything that makes America great is built on lies. Alright, so I hate this section of the game. Just straight up. I hate these dudes that do this damage. This break your shit damage. So I'm summoning Felicia the Brave. And she can kill that thing for me, because I'm not dealing with this. Oh, it's going to break my shit, isn't it? I need to get out of it. That orange stuff will break it real bad. Felicia, I don't want you fighting these. I want you fighting Big Man over there. That's why I was trying to kill these guys off, because I know you'll aggro after these. I want you fighting the big one. Oh, there's also a little one there, but I really don't feel like dealing with that. Go get it. Go get it, Felicia. Good job. Justin, you say, damn, bro, you do need some weed. Yeah, see? My thoughts are way too clear otherwise, and I'm way too pissed off because of how brainwashed people are to just let this shit happen and not be more pissed about it. How is there not a labor strike yet? I love the way France does labor strikes. France labor strikes every year just for the sake of it. That's fucking awesome. Keep the power in the hands of the workers. Show the capitalists that they're nothing if they don't keep their workers happy. But everybody here in the States is too scared to do that. It's turning fascist real fast around here. Taking rights away. Making everything more expensive so everybody has to work more. There ain't no fucking freedom left. This boss is whack. I'm just gonna go out and say it. This boss is whack. I don't even feel like I should have music playing because there's like this singing that's going on. I'm back. Had to try to keep up with the tree trying to grow under the porch. Yeah, that's not such a good place. I mean, I love trees, but they can do a lot of structural damage. That's for sure. Bring it on. You know the Amazon rainforest is going to go away. Already, 60% of the Amazon rainforest has been chopped down. Whoa, 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 Felicia! No, 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 no. I don't want to help. What the fuck is this? Get out of here. I can't quit because she's in here? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And it'll go away even if they don't cut any more of it down. So there's still 40% of the Amazon rainforest remaining. However, so much of the rainforest has already been cleared for, I think it's soy. I think it's soy farming is the reason the Amazon rainforest has been getting cleared very rapidly in the past decade. But straight up, it's becoming not a rainforest anymore. What made the rainforest act as a rainforest was the insane amount of trees. It literally, like, altered the air to the point where it caused rain. I'm not super educated on this, so I'd probably sound like a dumbass talking about it. But basically, the Amazon rainforest in Brazil is changing from rainforest to savanna because they've chopped so much of it down that it can't naturally stay a rainforest anymore. It's now naturally shifting towards being savanna. I don't know. We're fucked. We're fucked. This generation, and maybe Gen Z maybe a little bit as well. We'll see. There's not many generations left where we're gonna have society as we've known it. Fucking mass agriculture has only been possible on the Earth for the past 10,000 years due to the Holocene. The Holocene is a natural state of the Earth's climate, or not, I don't know why I threw natural in there. It's a state of the Earth's climate where we've seen extremely predictable weather and climate throughout the 10,000 year Holocene period, which is when human civilization began because we can predict the weather, we can grow crops very successfully and have mass agriculture and support massive groups of population because of this mass agriculture. But human activity, these past 200 years after the Industrial Revolution, have caused so much climate change, which is just fact. If you think climate change is a lie, then I look at you as somebody who's like a flat earther or a Holocaust denier. If you're a climate change denier, you're just a waste of breath. I'm fucking sorry. But climate change has taken the Earth out of the Holocene period. The scientific community has very recently agreed that, yes, we are no longer in the Holocene period of the Earth because of the greenhouse gases, essentially, because of human activity. So this 10,000 year period on the Earth of predictable weather is coming to an end. We might still be able to grow crops, but weather is going to be completely unpredictable. It's not just going to be warmer. It's going to be way fucking hot. It's going to be way fucking cold. The sea levels are going to be rapidly changing. Like, shit's going to be fucked in the next 50 to 100 years. And I just sound like a doomsayer. But, like, it's how we're going. And if you actually think the world's going to change in time, because we still have, like, 5 years left, I think, before we actually reach the tipping point where the Earth is snowballing and we cause these changes that we can't reverse, like the ice caps melting. So the North and the South Pole are ice, and they are white in color. White reflects a lot of the sun's energy as opposed to a darker color. So as the ice caps become smaller and smaller, less of the sun's energy is being reflected, and it's turning into dark ocean surface water. You know, you look at the ocean from above, it's pretty dark in color. So the ocean water absorbs a lot more of the sun's energy than the polar ice does. So as there's more ocean water and less polar ice, the Earth is absorbing more of the sun's energy, which increases climate change even more. Not to mention, we're still polluting the fuck out of this planet, and with the way capitalism runs the world, there's no way in hell they're going to stop making hella profits in order to stop greenhouse gases, in order to stop pollution. No. It's not going to fucking happen. They're going to destroy the planet and make it extremely harder for humans and everything else to live here. But for one beautiful moment, they created a lot of profit for shareholders. Stupidest fucking thing. God. So happy that I'm not being born 50 years from now, because I really don't want to live in a world where society as we've known it for the past thousands of years isn't even possible anymore. Fucking humans are going to have to go back to being hunter-gatherers, and that's going to be way harder than it used to be, because we've completely annihilated the populations of all of the other creatures that live on this earth. So when the humans all start to starve to death because we can't do mass agriculture anymore, and there is no animals left to farm, we'll have nobody to blame but ourselves. With power comes corruption. It's everywhere. It'll never go away. Just the world we live in. Well, there's going to be a lot less of us living in it in the next 100 years because everyone's going to fucking starve to death. And we might just nuke each other all as well. Who knows? Maybe nobody will live on the earth because nuclear war might break out. But even if nuclear war doesn't break out, we're all going to be too busy trying our hardest not to starve to death. Granted, it's going to be long after I'm dead. So when I say we, I'm not thinking about my life. I could live another 50 years. I'd be 76. And within these next 50 years, we're still going to have mass agriculture. Society as we know it is going to stay the same for the rest of my life. It's nothing that's going to affect me that much, as opposed to how it's affecting me right now with all the price gouging that's going on that all these dumbass brainwashed people are calling inflation. Inflation doesn't exist. It's literally price gouging. I mean, inflation might exist, but these days when you hear inflation, no, it's not fucking inflation. They just realized that they could charge people 50 more cents for the fucking pack of ham, and people are still gonna have to buy the pack of ham because they need something to eat. Same thing goes for gas. They just hike the gas prices way up, and they know people are still gonna have to purchase it because people still have to get to work. There is no infrastructure besides cars, really, especially here in the States. So what the fuck are people gonna do if they can't get gas? Oh, it's not even an option. They just have to keep buying that gas in order to keep making money to survive, so they can price gouge the hell out of that gas, and consumers are still going to be forced to purchase it. I went the wrong way. The price gouging is disgusting. Billionaires shouldn't exist. The fact that society allows billionaires to exist is just foolish. Oh, did I not go backwards the first time? I guess I didn't go backwards the first time. I don't know. I'm just exhausted now. How am I supposed to not fucking hate everything right now? Fuck. This is why I don't like getting political. I don't like bringing this shit to my live streams. My live stream's supposed to be an escape from this. But I guess I'm the one that's doing it right now. I don't know. I'm very passionate about these things. And there's so much inaction. There's no action happening whatsoever to save us from the situation that we've got ourselves in. The best we can do is try to form a collective voice as people, but everybody is so divided these days that nobody is really willing to lay down their arms and stand shoulder by shoulder with their neighbor in order to stand up against the fucking people running everything. Goddamn. Honestly, personally, I hate landlords the most, but I know there's bigger fish to fry than landlords. I think we should start with the billionaires. Elon Musk is what, about to be a trillionaire, right? Elon Musk is about to be the first trillionaire? 1,000 billion? The man should be lynched. Yeah, that was one hell of a one. Who needs a bowl? Smoke a bowl. I don't have any weed. Violet and I have been broke as fuck. I can't really just afford to self-medicate myself with weed all day long every day. As much as I'd like to, trust me. I'd love to wake up and smoke before I start my live stream. Smoke halfway through my live stream. Smoke after my live stream. And smoke before I go to work. And smoke when I come home from my lunch break. And smoke when I come home from work, and smoke before I go to bed. Trust me. That's how I prefer to be. But I can't really afford to do that shit. I'm about to just like buy antidepressants off cost plus drugs. That's one thing good that I can think a billionaire has done. Cost plus drugs. Thank you. What is that? Mark Cuban? Is that the one that did that? That's fucking awesome. But just so I can trick my brain into thinking I don't hate it here, you know? Every waking minute of my life. Being like, fuck, dude. Can't believe this is reality. Usually I use the weed to kind of numb my thoughts and to keep me from being ill-content. But it's kind of costly. 1 million. It's insanity. Mark Cuban is actually a good dude. Right? I mean, I still think billionaires shouldn't exist, but cost plus drugs is cool. As somebody who hates insurance, cost plus drugs is like the best shit I'd ever heard of in a long time. I've never gotten anything from there, but I've looked through it to see what's available. I don't know. I could probably look into getting a med card for weed that would make it a little bit more affordable. I don't think... I know med cards are real easy to attain. I can't remember... There's like a fee, though. It's pretty much paying a fee for the med card, isn't it? More, these days, more than it is getting approved to have a med card. It's more like you just got to pay the fee to get the damn thing, and then I can essentially get discounted weed with the med card. Aldia? What the fuck? Why don't I remember Aldia being right there? Did I go backwards? Oh, I went backwards. I'm really good at this game. I'm really good at this game. I thought it was weird that the knights had their back turned to me. How did I get turned around so bad? What happened? Because I was in this room. I went in this room and then I went back in it, I think. Wow, I'm lucky I didn't just get annihilated right there. I went through this room and then I literally turned around and ran through it again. Oh, I see what happened. I went up and I talked to homie up here and then I went the wrong way. But yeah, I don't know. Ever since I've been old enough to make my own observations and have my own thoughts about the world and have any confidence whatsoever in the thoughts, it's been pretty fucking miserable, man. Like, shit sucks. Can't believe as a human race we opted for fucking 40-hour work weeks and taxes instead of just like floating around in the ocean eating fruit or something chill, you know? No. We all gotta work ourselves to the bone. For fucking what? Part of me, I don't know. I got weird thoughts going through my head right now. There's always part of me that wants to just like give up on owning everything. Just like have nothing. The less you have, the easier. That's misleading. The less you have, the less responsibilities you have. The less, you know, the less you consider yours, the less responsibilities you have. The less you care. But, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to just let my life pass me by either and just, like, live my life for the simple joys. I don't know. Part of me wants to chase the simple joys and just, like, give up on fucking everything else. And be like, whatever, dude. Breeze feels good. Sun feels good on my face. Who the fuck needs a roof, right? But I don't know. Part of me wishes I never played a video game in my life. Because that's honestly what keeps me grounded. Is I don't know if I want to say crippling, but I have a massive addiction to video games. I have been hooked on video games for as long as I can remember. You know, like, I think I was hooked on video games before I even had a Nintendo 64, and the Nintendo 64 was the first console that it wasn't even mine. It was half mine, half my brother's. But before then, the only consoles I was used to, my neighbor had a Super Nintendo and my dad had an NES. But those weren't mine by any means. The NES was closer to being mine because it was my dad's, closer to being mine than the Super Nintendo, which was my neighbor's. But I still remember thinking it very much as, like, this is my dad's and I need to treat it very carefully. And get the N64, it's like, whoa, this is mine! And I don't know. I've been hooked for a hell of a long time. I mean, shit, I skipped school for a week straight. Got in major trouble with my parents when they discovered that. And I skipped that week so I could sit in my basement and play MW2. Call of Duty MW2. That's what I skipped school for a week straight to do. Oh shoot, fight's actually starting. A video game crutch is it cheaper than cars, motorcycles, and coke? True. I don't know. I guess it's a good thing that I'm not a homeless bum who doesn't have a care in the world. You ever watch that Adventure Time episode where there's like that homeless dude that teaches Benson how to stop being so stressed out? Yeah, it's probably a good thing I'm not like that guy, huh? So that's basically what I'm saying here. Basically saying, damn, I kind of wish I had nothing and not a worry in the world so I could just like live my life and enjoy it. But I mean, that's just being a beach bum at that point. Do I really want to be a beach bum? I don't think so. It's like tempting. It's tempting. But like, then I'd have to like move to a warmer climate. And warmer climates have those giant bugs that live for years on end. Ugh! That's what I like about Michigan, man. We get these winters that kills off all the bugs so they don't grow for years and years and years and years. Because bugs just don't stop growing, man. So if you let a bug live for years and years and years, I mean, that thing's like a goddamn lobster on the bottom of the ocean because they're really not all that different. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger as the years go on. And so you get some nasty bugs in these warmer climates where they don't have these frigid winters to kill them off. I can't deal with that, dude. If there's anything that freaks me out, it's insects, especially the flying ones. If there's anything I have closest to a phobia, probably moths. I know moths are harmless. But they're just like, they're hairy, and why are they so dusty? What's up with the moth dust? I've never understood that. Why do moths have that dust? I don't get it. And they fly, and they're so unpredictable with their flight patterns. I hate moths. I have this fear that they're gonna fly directly into my nose or mouth. So if there's anything I have close to a phobia, it's definitely like flying insects. You ever see those black hornets that twitch a bunch? It's like a real dark color, real big hornet, and they're like super twitchy looking. Their wings usually look like they're twitching all over the place. Those things freak me the fuck out, dude. You know what doesn't freak me out though is I can't remember what they're called. But those things that look like giant mosquitoes. They look like giant mosquitoes, but they're actually just nectar collectors. They have giant needle noses because they collect nectar from plants. It's not for sucking blood out of flesh. Mosquitoes don't even have, like, a long nose compared to those giant mosquito-looking nectar collector bugs. Mosquito noses are pretty... I mean, they're jabby. They're, like, not super crazy long. How much lobster have I eaten? Not that much, because it grosses me out, dude. I don't want to... Oh, Jesus. I don't want to have to bust open something's exoskeleton in order to dig at the flesh underneath of it. That's absolutely disgusting. I mean, like, if I had to, if there was, you know, if I was trapped on an island and I had a lobster cage, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, lobster. Let's catch some. Let's cook these bitches and bust them open. We eatin' tonight, you know? But, like... I would also be equally as excited if the island was covered in tarantulas, because you could also bust open the exoskeleton of a tarantula and scoop the flesh out of it much you do a lobster. Same fucking thing, just one of them's underwater. What's the difference? Oh, they have claws and they're red. That's the difference. So we made it to Ventric, but we're not supposed to fight him yet, right? That's my understanding of this, is we made it to Ventric. Am I supposed to talk to him first? I think I have to... Oh, okay, so I grab this, and then I can do the things I have to do, right? Yeah, the King's Ring. So, this is how I get to Aldia's Keep. Now I can go to Aldia's Keep with the King's Ring, and we can get the infinite homeward bone feather, which is awesome. Your mom is a nectar collector. Suck real good. You ever see those nectar collectors for smoking the THC oil? I fucking hate nectar collectors. They're so stupid. It's such a waste. You ever try using a nectar collector? It's like, I don't think I got any, guys. I burned through half of what I just bought, but I'm pretty sure I didn't actually inhale any of it because I was using a stupid fucking nectar collector. But, I don't know. I'm picky about my weed choices. I'm crazy. It always drives fellow stoners a little crazy. I don't like wraps of any kind. Joints, and especially blunts, are so overrated. Oh my god, they suck. Barely get fucking stoned. Uses a ton of weed. You know, if somebody gets a little too high and forgets to pass it, it'll sit there and just completely burn away without anybody actually inhaling it. Fucking blunts taste like shit. Okay, people get the flavored wraps and then empty the tobacco out of it and then pack the weed in there. Oh my god, it's disgusting. You're like, yo, I got grape flavored wraps. It's so gross. And you get somebody who doesn't know how to hit it right, and they sog it up, you know? They get their spit all over the end, and now you're passing around this soggy paper that you're all mouthing. Like, it's still a little gross when you're passing around a glass pipe. Don't get me wrong. I am not a fan of smoking with strangers. I know who the fuck you are. I don't want to be touching my lips all up on, and then your lips are touching all up on, and then my lips are touching all up on again. I don't even like sharing a drink with my brother, you know? I don't even like that shit. So I definitely don't like smoking with a stranger. But wraps suck. You always just use a titanium nail on your bong? For concentrates, that's probably the best way to do it, yeah. I like a bubbler. A bong's a little bit too much for me. You like have to take massive rips out of a bong. There's nothing else you can do. And while that's fine and dandy most of the time, I don't always want to absolutely annihilate my face. So I prefer the bubbler. Bubbler is just a miniature bong. You still get that water pipe effect, so it's a nice smooth hit. You can put ice in it if you want to make it even smoother. Definitely bubbler has always been my favorite for smoking out of. Spoon pipes are a little too harsh. Steamrollers, oh my god, they'll kill you. Fuck a steamroller. Chillums are just kind of stupid. I can't think of really that many other pipe forms that I've used and have experience with. So I think we go to Ruined Fork Road, and then I just go straight. We had a word for when someone would get the blunt or joint all wet. Not appropriate for the stream, though. Yeah, Justin, I know what you're talking about. When you used to smoke 1/2 to 1 ounce a day, you had to use bong. You wouldn't get high smoking anything else. Well, you just need a fucking tolerance break at that point. That ain't the pipe's fault. That's your tolerance's fault at that point. Which, I don't know, I feel like I've been low-key on a tolerance break this past week with how little I've been smoking. I've been smoking so little this past week, to the point where, like, today, I am 100% sober, and I don't feel that different than I felt yesterday, because yesterday I smoked so little weed that I was pretty much just sober anyway. Because I still got decent tolerance going myself. So that's, like, pretty much what's making it easier for me to not smoke weed right now is, like, I've been super, like, I haven't been smoking very much at all because we've been so low as of lately that I don't feel that different when I just don't smoke. Granted, I've been like extra. I haven't been able to hold back my intense views on capitalism this stream. Usually Usually, I keep the capitalism talk completely non-existent in the stream, but I couldn't help it today, and I'm still kind of going on about it. Listen to me. Well, these claws ain't just for attracting mates. What? Claws? Attracting mates? I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Maybe it's all the keep. I'm skipping this Terraria track. I just don't want to listen to it. I don't. I want something more peaceful. And the laboratory isn't it either. But Clocktown, day 2. Hell yeah. So all these keep is kind of interesting. I can't remember the point of this place though. There's like a point to it. Oh! I forgot this guy was going to invade. Is this guy that always invades? Okay, well he always invades here. There's like torches I light, and when I light torches I know I get invaded. But I can't remember the points of lighting all the torches. There's something you can do where I like light 3 torches and fight an invader for every torch that I light. But I don't remember the purpose of doing that. Because I know you can just like get through here too. Can I parry this guy? I never parry in Dark Souls 2. I really want to parry him though. I never parry in Dark Souls. Hey, what the hell is this? Just drank an Estus flask right in front of me. Alright, so much for trying to parry you, I guess. You're just gonna die then, huh? Okay, just stood there and took it looked like. Still haven't upgraded my Estus to +4. Doesn't Violet work trimming weed? How you run out? Because it's not like she's allowed to take the weed with her. Also, she hasn't been getting very much work. So she's been trying to find a different job. It's part of the reason we're extra broke right now. And I'm trying to like pull a little bit more weight than usual. Because she stresses out much more easier than I do. So I've been trying to like keep her stress level down by helping every which way I can. But I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could just like go dump $100 on weed, because like I totally could, but I think I'm gonna need that money. I've been doing good though. The beginning of June? No. Beginning of July. Yeah, at the beginning of July, I was $490 in debt. As of right now, I have $400 in my bank account with no debt whatsoever. I have 2 credit cards, but one of them's a secured credit card. So the secured credit card, I don't even think that really counts. It's got a $300 limit on it, for Pete's sake. But my other credit card's got a $1,500 limit. That's potentially a decent amount of debt right there. And I had it as high, this is the highest it's ever been in my life. I had it at $490. Like I said, at the beginning of July. As of right now, I have $400, but I got a lot of bills to pay this month. So I'm probably going to get another $700 from my second check that comes this month. So I'm probably looking at about $1,100 to get through the rest of this month with. But Violet and I really need to go grocery shopping. To go full-blown grocery shopping, even if we get majority of our groceries at Aldi and only pick up what we can't get at Aldi at some place like Kroger or Meijer, even if we do most of our shopping at a nice, cheap grocery store like Aldi, we're still going to probably spend about $300 to have, if we're lucky, 3 weeks worth of food. Okay, well that'll be $150 for me if it's 300. For both of us, it'll be about $150 for me. I'm gonna have like $60 for our electricity bill, because our electricity bill was crazy fucking high. We had a $130 electricity bill that came. Just because of our AC. Violet was having it real nice and cold in here, and she was staying home more days than usual, because she wasn't getting that much work. And it was real hot. So between it being real hot and Violet liking it pretty cold and her being home more often, it really racked up the fucking AC, the electricity bill with the AC. That's like $65 more. So that's like what we're at, $215 so far for my budget. $750 for rent. So after paying electricity and getting some groceries and paying rent. I'm at $965. Is that right? Yeah, $965. I give $100 to Violet every month to help her with her car bill, because I do benefit a little bit from her owning a car. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that one, to be honest. I shouldn't be doing that. But I feel guilty if I don't pay any money for her towards a car. Hey, what was that
Justin
sound?
has just donated $50. Go buy
God
some
damn,
weed.
Justin. Go buy some weed, he says. $50 donation. Justin, my guy. And putting a text-to-speech message. You're the first person to use a text-to-speech message like that. You donated, I think it was 2 months ago. You donated $10, and I did have the text-to-speech set up then, but you didn't write a message. This time you wrote a message. 50 goddamn dollars, dude. Holy shit. Thank you, Justin. Oh my god, you did not have to do that. Appreciate that. That will go to some weed. I probably won't be able to get any before work today, unfortunately, but I can get some tomorrow morning because I work 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., so I ain't gonna be getting it after work either. But get some tomorrow morning. God damn, Justin. God damn. Thank you, dude. That is so fucking awesome. All these nuts show self out. Man. What was I at though? I was at $965 after rent, and then we'd be at $1065 after paying Violet the $100, and then there's still gonna be like I gotta pay for cat food, and I gotta pay for cat litter, and I still gotta pay the gas bill because I haven't included that yet. That's about it. I think I'll be about even this month. I don't think I'm gonna have any debt this month. I did have debt at the beginning of this. So last month I started at $490 debt. This month I had $290. So I paid off $200 worth of my rent, or worth of my debts last month, which I don't think that's too bad to be able to pay off $200 in debt. I think I did pretty good. And it's looking like I might have it gone after this month, or there's going to be very little left after this month. Which means the month following after that... Oh shit! And I didn't think about my Twitch payout. My Twitch payout's coming. That should be like at least $150. It's been months since I've got a Twitch payout, so that's pretty exciting that I got a Twitch payout coming. That'll be like $150. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have no debt. And even if I do, September, I have 3 pay periods. I get paid bi-weekly, so I'm used to only having 2 paychecks per month to pay my bills with. But coming up in September, because it's bi-weekly, not bi-monthly, the way I treat it bi-monthly, because bi-weekly is pretty much bi-weekly, or bi-weekly is pretty much bi-monthly. But they're not actually the same thing. So coming up in September, I have 3 pay periods. I get paid, I think it's the 2nd, the 16th, and the 30th of September, because I get paid on Fridays. So I'm pretty sure Friday the 2nd, Friday the 16th, and Friday the 30th of September, I get paid every single one of those. So I'll have an extra check essentially in the month of September, and I should actually be able to like have money in the savings account for once. Oh shit. Got a bonfire ascetic, and that guy almost blew up on me. Say no problem, better not buy mids. Dude, I don't know if you can buy mids these days. Everybody's got the dopest buds. You know, everybody's got the strongest, most pure shit. That's how it is these days in the weed world. I don't even... Closest you can get to mids, I feel like, is the old shit. You can get pretty good deals from dispensaries because they're just trying to unload their, like, borderline shake that's left over. But, yeah, it loses a little bit of potency as it ages. So that's probably about as mid as I could get. I don't know any street dealers anymore. That's a recent change. I used to buy weed not from the dispensary all the fucking time, even like recently. Just because dispensaries opened up I had to drive like an hour to get to the nearest dispensary, and even then, prices were absolutely fucked. Oh, I just died, didn't I? Oh my god, I didn't. So, I feel like weed prices in dispensaries have recently gone down, and also there's a lot more dispensaries that have opened up in my area. None in the city that I live in, so we do have to drive. Actually, if I really wanted to, if I had the determination, I could bike. Granted, I'd have to fucking get a bike, which my ass would totally steal one before I buy one. Call me what you want, I don't fucking care, but there's so many nice bikes that I see that are just not locked up in this area. It's like you're just asking for it to get stolen, and I'm kind of in the business for needing a bike right now. Why would I go spend $500 to $800 on a half-decent bike? And I could just like nab one and spray paint it a little bit, and then they'll never know it was theirs. But I understand I'm a heathen for thinking that way, but I'm broke as fuck, alright? Give me a break. And I don't really need a bike, but yeah, I could bike to a dispensary, but it's a city away. It would take me an hour and a half to bike there, probably more like 2, because come to think of it, the hour and a half, somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours to bike there, and the same back. The other one would be a little further away. There's a dispensary in the city the opposite direction. That one's faster to get to on car, though, because the highway. Don't steal someone's bike. What if I can't afford one? And I need one. You'd be surprised how little of a conscience I have. Because I have it's borderline non-existent. I don't want to call myself a sociopath, but I don't know, I might be. Cause like, I know what's right, and I know what's wrong, and I do like to do the right thing because I know it's right. But if I do the wrong thing, I don't feel bad. So, but I do like to do the right thing because doing the wrong thing sucks. I haven't been a wrongdoer in a long time. Last time I was a thief, I was probably like 15 years old. I used to sneak out at night, and me and my friends would check if car doors were unlocked so we could snoop through the car and take anything that we deemed of value. That was the most. I haven't been very scumbaggy since I was a teenager. I was very scumbaggy when I was a teenager, but around the age of 16, I started to come around and not be such a piece of shit. But I'm still capable of it if push comes to shove. And I mean, push is kind of coming to shove. I don't need a bike though, but if I switch jobs, I will. Like if I decided that I don't want to work as a cashier at Home Depot anymore, and I want to go work in the downtown area of my city, which is like a 10-minute bike ride away, but like a 30-minute longboard ride away, because I can't take the quick path that takes me to the downtown area on a longboard. It's not paved. It's an unpaved path, so it wouldn't fare too well. A bike would be required. But I don't think I want to do that. I could get paid more as a dishwasher, which sounds fucking awesome, and I'd probably get more hours as well, because Home Depot's not giving me the hours that I need as of lately. That's like something that just popped up with the schedules that they've been posting. Home Depot posts their schedules 3 weeks in advance, and I've been looking at these weeks coming out like, where I need more hours than this, just a little bit. Like, just a little bit more hours than that. So the fact that I could get paid better and probably get the hours that I would need at a different job. Granted, if I was a fucking dishwasher though, I'd probably work nothing but nights. So let's say I allow that. Let's say I know they would love this, as I've worked in restaurants before. If I told them I was only available Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, they would be okay with that, because those are the busy nights in a restaurant. If I told them that I'm unavailable past 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I got live streams I gotta do, I would leave out the live stream part, because nobody thinks it's important enough, like it's any other fucking business, to deem what's important in my life. But if I told them that my availability Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I couldn't be there past 5:30 p.m., they'd probably be absolutely fine with that because I could still be there, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, and I'm really only looking for 4 days a week. And that way I would, even if they were only 6-hour shifts, then I'd have still a couple more hours a week than what I get at Home Depot. If it was 4 nights a week, 6-hour shifts, which sometimes as a dishwasher, it depends on the place. It's like 6-hour shifts or 10-hour shifts. It's what I feel like I've noticed for being a dishwasher. But that would kind of suck if I did that, because then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings I'm live streaming, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday evenings. Oh, I fucked that up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings I'd be streaming, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday evenings I would be working, and then it starts over again. Streaming evenings, working evenings, streaming evenings, working evenings. I would never have an evening to myself, which, if there's anything I do like working at Home Depot right now, it's the fact that I get morning shifts. Not always. I work more closing shifts at Home Depot than I do work the earlier shifts. But I really do love working, 7 to 3 or 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. That is my preferred range of 8-hour shift for sure. I don't want to work 10 to 6. I don't want to work 11 to 7. Those mids, I fucking hate mids. Nothing's worse than a mid where I can't squeeze a live stream in for that day. Mids are the worst. But I don't necessarily like working evenings either. I'm definitely like somebody who wants to be on first shift, and that's just, you're not gonna be on first shift if you're a dishwasher. That's like that's evening to nighttime position for sure. And it's like it's possible that I could get into a kitchen, and usually dishwashers are like brain dead dumbasses. So in every job that I've had as a dishwasher, they're always like, oh, you're doing good, would you want to work on the line as a line cook? And I mean, line cook hours are going to be the exact same time as a dishwasher, so I wouldn't want to be a line cook. Maybe prep cook? I don't really know how kitchens work, to be honest with you, in terms of hierarchy. I think prep cook might be above line cook. I'm not sure you can just skip line cook and become a prep cook. But prep cooks come in early in the day and prepare everything that they're going to use in the restaurant later at night. So I could see myself loving being a prep cook, to be honest with you. But I think I would have to pay my dues to get there. I don't think I want to do that. How many hours do you want? Like 25 to 30. That's what I want. 25 to 30 hours a week. Best to say your friends and you did that shit too. You called it GTA? I called it car hopping. My friends and I called it car hopping. When are streaming next? After today? What's today? Saturday? I won't be streaming till Monday. My streams, I always Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, I'm always live 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. or later Eastern time zone, which is UTC -4 right now. It changes between -4 and -5 because of fucking daylight saving time. Another thing I hate. Don't get me started on daylight saving time. Worked in restaurants for years. Loved it, to be honest. Made great friends there. Yeah, no, the relationships I had with coworkers in the restaurant industry have been way better than anything I've had in retail. I've been working retail for a while. Started with Meijer early 2020, and then spring 2020 I started working at Aldi. I stayed there until the beginning of 2021. 2021 I didn't work retail. I was working real estate with my mom through nepotism, but I was losing sight of why I cared to be alive, so I stopped doing that, and I went back to retail. I worked at Michael's for a bit. Now I work at Home Depot. And you just don't make, there's no real bonding that I've had happen in retail the way it happens in restaurants. Restaurants, like, at least back of the house. I've never. I tried being a server in a couple different places, and I absolutely hated both of them. And then decided server job isn't for me. I've been to 2 different restaurants, and I absolutely fucking hated being a server in both of them. And it was like literally, I lasted a week at one place and 2 weeks at the other. So I can't say for front of the house staff, but back of the house staff in the kitchen, like you get to just be yourself. If you're pissed off, you can, as long as you're still doing your job, and not making things harder for everybody else. It doesn't matter if you're pissed off, and it doesn't matter if you're clearly pissed off. If you're still doing a good job and you're still being a good coworker, then everything's fine. It's something I've realized I've been missing. I was in a bad mood Thursday, so yesterday, right? No, day before yesterday. I was in a bad mood on Thursday at work, and it sucked because you got to do customer service because I'm a cashier at Home Depot. So, like, I got to smile at people, I got to greet people, I got to be friendly. And when you're pissed off and you don't want to do any of that, it's just the absolute fucking worst ever. And it was really making me miss not being in customer service. Class, you're wondering if I feel like a team in a restaurant. Oh, you say you feel like a team in a restaurant. Yeah, especially if you're one of the cooks. Dishwashers are a little standalone. It's not that much teamwork involved in being a dishwasher, but that's part of the reason I enjoyed it, is because kitchen work can be kind of stressful, especially if you're a line cook or a server. Line cooks and servers seem like they have it the worst in the restaurant industry in terms of stress. But as a dishwasher, you're just kind of like doing your thing. Keeping up on the dishes is so easy. As long as you actually stay on task, you pretty much never have to work hard. And everyone's like freaking out, stressing out around you, and you're just like spraying shit off of ceramic plates. It's so easy. Line cooks and servers be flirting. I think it's more line cooks be flirting with the wait staff, and the wait staff usually wants nothing to do with it. It's usually how it goes in any restaurant I've worked in. It's not so much servers flirting with the line cooks; it's more line cooks trying to flirt with the servers. And if they're lucky, okay, no. I don't know how to phrase this, but if everybody who has to experience it is lucky, then they won't be creepy about it. In my experience, line cook flirting is kind of drawing some fine lines, some gray areas between sexual harassment and flirting. Especially when you see how they act to the waitress's face compared to how they act when the waitress is no longer standing there and they think, oh, it's just us cooks that can hear. There's some god-awful shit said by people who are way too old to be saying shit about women that age. It's creepy, dude. It's creepy. That my experience with seeing the kitchen staff flirt is, it's usually pretty unwelcome. They don't stop, and they take it too far every time. Hello. You hooked up with 2 of the servers at your restaurant and you were so quiet. It happens regardless. See, maybe they liked you because you were quieter, though. They were like, Jesus, finally a line cook who shuts the hell up. Justin, you say you can't be in a bad mood at your job either. You get that? Literally injecting people with drugs, not good, looking angry, coming at you with a 20-gauge needle. Yeah, no, I believe it. And, like, I gotta be extra careful. I have real bad... Oh, hi, Jeff, by the way. I didn't say hello. Welcome, Jeff. Classy Claire getting it on. But I am real prone to resting bitch face, as well as sounding sassy when I don't mean to be. I got called sassy for a long time, and I always hated it because, like, I disagreed and was like, I'm not freaking sassy. But it kind of changed. I think as I got into my 20s, I think I started to become a little bit more self-aware and realize, yeah, I'm kind of unintentionally sassy as fuck. I just have like an agitated tone to me that I don't realize I speak in, and it's like a pretty common tone for me to use. You get that paired with my resting bitch face that I inherited from my dad, and yeah, it's I really got to stay conscious to keep the customer service face going. Oh jeez. But I don't know. I think it's the fact that it's literally like 5 minutes out the door on foot, and that I get morning shifts, and also I have it on board that I don't work past 5:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I think the only reason I like working there still is I have my availability set up to not be there past 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It is extremely close to home. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh my god, no, I'm alive? Gonna die now, though. I'm gonna have an army after me. Oh! Okay, well, that's one way to go. It's because I had the peaceful music going, not the battle. What was the third thing I was gonna say? There was a third thing I was gonna say. I can't remember what it was. The morning shifts I get sometimes? The fact that I work not all closing shifts. Like, I do actually have some first shifts. But yeah, I don't know. It's total bullshit that they struggle to give me even 25 hours a week, which is all I really fucking need. If I work 30, that's extra money in my pocket. That's why I say 25 to 30 is because really I only need 25, but I would kind of like 30 so I could have some extra spending cash. But they can't even give me that because of the cashiers they hired. And then even when I gave them my availability, okay, so let's see, Home Depot is open until 10 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if I can't work there past 5:30, that's 4.5 hours each day. So that's 13.5. So out of the hours per week that I could be scheduled, only 13.5 of those does my availability not allow. And they try to blame me having slightly less hours than I'm used to on partly being too many cashiers, partly being, oh, well, you're not completely open availability. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? That's the reason you're gonna give? That's a joke. What just happened to that guy on the ground? I'm not even looking for I'm not even looking for a full 8 hours 4 days a week. Not even looking for a full 8 hours 4 days a week. And also 3 of the days a week, the 4 days that I don't, or okay, so 4 of the days I have completely open availability, and then 3 of the days I can't be there past 5:30. It's completely reasonable. I don't know. I think I'm stressed out. I think that's what's got me thinking about finding a different job so much. Is Home Depot's got me stressed out because they're not giving me the fucking hours that I need when I don't even need that many fucking hours, and I'm borderline open availability 100% of the time with them already. Just because I put the smallest of restriction. It totally pisses me off. It totally pisses me off. I don't know, I've been getting real pissed off with Home Depot lately, but it's like, I don't think there's actually going to be anything all that better for me to do. I can only stay local. And in terms of options that I have locally, it's all pretty shit for me. Nothing's that good of a match. It's like, I don't want to get paid less than $15 an hour. I don't want to have over 32 hours a week. 32 is the maximum that I want to have. I honestly, 30 is the max I want to have, but I could allow 32 even. And I can't really work outside of the city I live in because I don't have a vehicle and there's no infrastructure whatsoever except for automobiles. So my options are rather limited. And I don't know, I don't think I would be happier washing dishes every evening that I'm not live streaming. God damn it, seriously? That thing got me like that. I don't think I would be happier if I streamed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evening and then washed dishes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening. Because I could get paid more and get the hours I need, likely, if I just washed dishes. And there's places I can get to nearby that are hiring for, I mean, it says up to $17 an hour as a dishwasher. So, but I mean, I do have experience as a dishwasher. It's just been years. But I can't get to Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is too far. Twin Peaks is hiring, no questions asked. Well, I don't know about no questions asked, but no doubt about it, $17 just for washing dishes. The other place that I have my eyes on, 16 to 17, it said. So I would hope for at least $16.50, which would be $1 more than I get right now, which would put about an extra $100 a month in my pocket if I'm working 30-hour weeks. $1 more an hour after taxes. I'm only gonna get like another extra $100 out of that, but I mean, that's still something. But I don't know, I might be absolutely miserable if I don't ever have an evening to myself. Man, serpent, great sword. I don't think I have it in this one. I can get you a job working 40 hours a week for $19 an hour, but it's 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. shift and in Washington. Yeah, see, that doesn't work for me whatsoever. What you talking about? Yeah. Like, it's more hours than I want. I can't get to Washington. How would I get to Washington? I can't do that. Washington's like 2 cities over. How are you going to get to Twin Peaks? I said Twin Peaks was too far. I'm not going to. I said Twin Peaks was too far. The place I have my sights on is closer than that. It's a 12-minute bike ride, and probably more like 10, because I'm pretty sure I ride a bike faster than what Google Maps expects me to. Can I just like pull this lever and get a move on? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Pulling the lever. Hey, I actually managed to. Ooh, got clobbered. Doors are open. Let's run. Let's run. Let's run. Screw this guy. Okay. Chug a lug. Keep going. Can't believe it's possible for me to open that door without killing him. I always kill that guy. Whoa. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that. Twin Peaks gonna wear a skimpy outfit? I mean, if they're gonna pay me more, sure, dude. I'll wear some booty shorts. I don't fucking care. We were just talking about earlier this stream, talking about opening up an OnlyFans. I was saying I think I should do it. I'm still young. My bod's been looking nicer than it ever has in my life. I need some extra money. My parents already think I'm a shame, so I don't really fucking care. Like, I should. There's no good reason that I shouldn't, other than personal pride. But what personal pride do I truly have? I don't really have any personal pride. I don't give a shit. If I can make money off of taking pictures, you know how much pride I could have from doing that? People are like, it's selling your body. I already sell my body. My hip is going to shit because I can't sit as a cashier. This music right now. I have to stand, and I've been doing something that's been helping. So just standing still doing nothing is terrible for your body. I mean, it's probably just about as sitting all day long. Sitting all day long is terrible for your body. Standing all day long is terrible for your body. You want to do a mix of the two, and really you want to be walking as much as you possibly can in order to keep yourself healthy. I forgot to get the smelter wedge. I got to go back for the smelter wedge. But I've noticed my hip, it constantly aches now. It didn't start until I started at Home Depot and was standing all the time, and then legs and hip was hurting from standing all the time, and I had to go to work a whole bunch more and stand all the time, and it made it hurt worse. So I'm pretty sure I'm like micro-injuring myself over here for the sake of looking professional while on the job and not being allowed to sit. It's a fucking joke. Goddamn hate American culture. It's so toxic. And I've been doing this new thing where I kind of like shift my weight back and forth rapidly. It's almost I do like a mix. I do like a mix of standing and walking in place. And I look kind of ridiculous doing it. It's like, why can't that guy sit still? What's wrong with him? But I'm literally just, I don't care if it looks stupid. It's good for my body health to keep my limbs moving while I'm standing there at the cash register. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing keeping me from going back to work as a dishwasher is, okay, well, one, I'm afraid of, like, nightmare kitchen scenario, because there's a lot of shitty kitchens out there. I would definitely want to see the workspace and the kitchen that I would be working in before I agreed to get hired anywhere, because I don't want to sign myself up to suffer. Oh, Forlorn's invading. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that right now. Where's Forlorn invade from when you're here? Ah, there they are. Switch it to the battle. Jesus, not Dreamland, though. Too much. Did I just, like, knock him off the edge? He was really close to the edge there. Alright, just a bunch of whiffs happening. It's like we're playing multiverses. We're just swinging at the air, not hitting each other. Dang, Forlorn, you got a lot of health. I should just shove you off the edge, shouldn't I? Ow, man, that hurt. Wish my two swings did that much damage to you. Got no stamina, got no stamina. Okay, got stamina back. I can dodge. Going for the backstab, but he turned, so I'm going to give up on the backstab. Smack ya. Going for the backstab again. Nope. Wasn't in the right spot. Still no backstab? Okay. But I'm afraid of miserable working conditions, as well as, I don't know if I could deal with having every single one of my evenings I'm busy. That sounds like a real shitty existence. Busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings, live streaming. Busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday evenings, washing dishes. And then every single live stream that I have that isn't on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday it'd have to be an earlier in the day stream because I'd be working later in the day. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. That's what killed me? Is this stupid thing over here? Oh my god. That's frustrating. That's frustrating as hell. But I think I would last like a month working, being busy every evening of my life until I absolutely hated it. So I don't know. I guess I should just like suck it up and stay at Home Depot. I don't know if I can stay at Home Depot because of the shit pay and the shit hours. The fact that I can get paid more, the fact that I can get paid $1.50 an hour more washing dishes is absolutely a joke. And the fact that they want to only give me 20 hours a week is a joke, and tell me they can't give me more than that because I don't have fully open availability, because I can't be there past 5:30 3 days a week, but all the other 4 days a week I have 100% open availability. Also, you could schedule me from as early as 7 a.m. As early as 7 a.m. to 5:30 on those days where I have to be out of there at 5:30. It's not like there isn't adequate time for me to work a full shift on the days where I don't have fully open availability. And then even then, majority of the days a week, I do have fully open availability. And I don't even want 40 hours a week. I want 25 to 30. But it's not just that that's what they tell me. It's also because they hired too many cashiers. It's an obvious problem. Every single cashier right now is complaining about their hours getting cut. I honestly feel like I'm holding out for my coworkers to quit first so that I can get the hours that I need from them, you know, dropping off and no longer being employed there, and then the hours might be available to me. That's what I feel like right now. And it's fucking stressful. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like I could go do a job that would be more stress-free and get paid more. Aw, fume nighttime. Yeah, total QT. It is. I'm just gonna give it one attempt, though. I'm supposed to be ending the stream, honestly. Alright, let's do this. Probably should have upgraded my Estus to +4. I've been talking about doing that this entire stream, and I haven't done it. Bring it, Fume. I got a +7 broadsword. I think I usually fight him with a +10. I don't think I usually fight him with only +7. Also, it's been a while since I fought Fume. Definitely, honestly, I think he's my favorite fight in this whole game. I love fighting Fume Knight. Woo! Big ol' slam-a-jam. Slap him and dodge that. Smack him a couple times. Still got stamina just barely, but he gave me time to regenerate. He did a couple fast swings with his straight sword. Got me with one of them. Whoa. Okay, big swing coming. Big swing coming. I need to regenerate stamina here. I'm not wearing my Chloranthy ring for no good reason. I got a Chloranthy ring +1 earlier in the playthrough, and I took it off before I started this stream so I could take a nice looking screenshot. And I've yet to put it back on. Going for a heal. Whew. Yeah, that was close. I was hoping I wouldn't get punished for healing, and I almost did. Ah, that was baloney. Got me with a straight sword as I dodged away. I felt like I iframed it. I have 99 agility, so I've got some decent iframes. Leveled my adaptability, I think, to 23 is what I'm pretty sure my adaptability is, to get my agility up to 99. Agility is not a stat you can level. It's like a... I don't even know what to call it. It's just a... it gets affected when you level up your stats. I think it's only attunements and adaptability, but mostly just adaptability increases your agility, which increases your iframes, as well as a few other things like how fast you drink flasks. We went phase 2. We're doing good. We're doing really good. But phase 2 is the hard part for sure. I'm just going to keep topped off because I'm not going to lie. I'm really scared of getting one shot when he's in phase 2. Big swing. Dodged it. That one's kind of tricky to get the timing on. Oh, he hit me good there, though. I'm falling back to heal. I swear I pressed square, and then nothing happened. That pisses me off, because I pressed square to drink the flask, and then nothing fucking happened, and then I had to press square again to drink another flask, so it's like I paused and hesitated for no good reason, because I thought I'd be drinking my flask, and then he wasn't. So, I didn't have time to drink a flask there, because I thought I did, and then I didn't, and then I went to drink the flask, and then I got killed. Say, this music? Yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank music. Swing the Canyon. Alright, so unfortunately I failed for my one attempt that I was going to allow myself this stream because I was supposed to end 5 minutes ago. I gotta get to work and be clocked in less than an hour from now. Hooray! So, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying your day. If you're not following me already, please do. I stream all sorts of From Software content as well as Ratchet and Clank and a little bit of whatever the hell I want. A little variety. So, join the Discord to hang out with me when I'm not live, as well as get notifications when I'm starting my stream. Same thing goes for the social media that you can follow me on. You just get notifications when I'm starting my streams and, I don't know, occasional other posts. But I pretty much use the social media for added notifications that I'm live streaming. Alrighty. One last thank you to you guys for watching. And I'll see you around. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll be streaming Monday next, my usual time of 7 p.m. Eastern time zone, playing more From Software on Monday. Same thing's going to happen on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is going to be the same time as well, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. or later Eastern time zone, but on Wednesdays I play Ratchet and Clank. So those are my next live streams coming up. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's going to be no stream tomorrow. All right, guys. See you around.